actually.
Welcome back. There it is. It works now.
Yeah.
Last time we left off, we got out of Brazil.
Finally.
After a month or more.
After a month of traveling through Brazil.
Crochet.
Yeah.
Beards. All of us have beards now.
Very scruffy. All of us. We all probably need haircuts.
We met
Oh, yeah.
Darlene.
You guys look like riffraff.
We met Pookie Bear.
Mm-hmm.
The most important
That's his new
character.
name.
The most important character, Pookie Bear. We found out that North Brother Island has a gate, and it is controlled by the Illuminati. In fact, all of America is controlled by the Illuminati. Dr. Gray may be in Illuminati. He says that he was, but he no longer is.
I thought this was a fantasy game.
Him and Benny.
Real fast.
Him and Benny got into it.
As they do.
And Benny stormed. They all stormed off. Parker left to go somewhere. We don't know
New
where
Orleans.
he went. Darlene stayed at Dr. Gray's. Everyone else returned to the house. And Benny was on the phone calling his dad.
Yes.
Last time we left off.
Also, we have god awful tan lawns.
Oh yeah.
All
the
of us.
worst.
Yeah.
Bo gets by a little bit better, but still tan lawns.
But that's where we left off.
Also, character thing. Parker is very, very tan.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. But so we're not getting distracted this week. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, so the phone is ringing. Eventually, someone picks up, and you hear, Pemberton residence. This is Leviticus Cornwall.
Leviticus Pemberton.
Sorry. Yep, fuck. No! Too much Red Dead! Why'd you have to name all your kids? Red Dead kids. Leviticus Pemberton.
Oh, yes. This is your son speaking.
Benedict.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes, I had a few questions for you.
Well, go ahead.
I want to double check to see if anyone's listening in on this.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone?
Everyone's just sort of like in the room. No.
None of my characters
I would
are
assume,
even there.
I would assume
so.
everyone was doing their own thing.
Yeah, it's actually kind of like later in the day now. Not necessarily nighttime, but getting late. So the only person that might be listening in is Shay, because she can probably hear you across the house. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's something that I wouldn't know.
You know.
Yes. I was wondering if you knew anything about the Illuminati.
There's a few moments of silence. That's a strange thing to call and ask me at 9 in the evening.
Is that a yes or a no?
Well, I've heard the term before.
Are you a member of the Illuminati?
No, I'm not.
He said that too fast. Don't trust him.
Is he lying to me?
That's a good question. If you'd like to roll a psychology, you're gonna have a setback because this is over the phone.
Yeah,
you can't read expression or anything like that. This is based on voice and reaction times. With
off to a good setback.
However, you do have setback. So
Still not
It's
bad.
still a success.
Still a success. His answer was a little quick.
Okay.
Which can mean nothing or something.
Yeah. Father, are you being forthright with me?
Of course, I always am. Now, I will admit I have had dealings with them in the past. Anyone with influence has.
Fair. It's fair.
Well,
Do you know Dr. Charles Gray?
do you happen to know a man by the name of Dr. Gray?
I cannot say that the name rings any bells.
Well, do you mind if I come visit you tomorrow? so we can continue this conversation in person.
So really quick aside, where is the Pemberton? Okay, so so you're nearby then.
Close enough.
Well, of course you're always welcome to visit.
Or stay.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah, or stay. Now, I have to tell you though, I'm sure you know, having lived in this world long enough, that nothing is free. And if you want any serious information, I will need something in return.
We will discuss the terms tomorrow.
All right, I'll see you then.
I'm just gonna hang up the phone,
Okay.
and I'm going to the liquor cabinet.
Okay.
I want to pour me a nice big glass,
Okay.
and I want to go to what is now Shay and Lady Erin's room.
Okay.
I'm going to knock on it.
All right. So from inside, you hear silent conversation. You can't really make out. I mean, if you want to listen in,
yeah.
if you want to listen in, you can.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Of course, you already knocked on. Or I'd say you probably heard it before you knock. So if you want to like hold your fist and sort of lean in.
No, I didn't hear anything.
I don't hear shit.
You could push it if you'd like.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll
You
knock.
kind of crack the door open a little and just.
Stick your ear in there, sitting there.
Who is it? Opens the door.
The door doesn't open when you knock. The conversation stops, and then you hear, "Come in."
I'm gonna just peek my head around it, and say, "Yes, can I speak to Lady Erin for a moment, Shay?"
Yeah, she says that's fine. And Lady Erin, they were both sitting like on a bed, just seemed to be talking to one another. Lady Erin stands up and walks over. I suppose she probably steps out of the room because it seems like you're wanting to have a conversation in private.
So I talked to a man in the know. He may have information regarding the Illuminati, and I'm going to go see him tomorrow.
Well, we did have plans, you remember.
Yeah, you guys can go on ahead, and I'll go see him privately.
It would be easier if everyone were to come at once, but... not at once as in immediately, but all as a group. So if you would like to conduct your business and then we can proceed from there, that could be arranged. I hate to delay, but...
I am not entirely sure how long this will take.
All right.
Also, and lift my glass, would you like some whiskey?
I would love some.
And just...
It's been a very long month.
And just,
That it has.
like, refill.
And then
Just
as you're
half of it going
filling
on.
it, she looks at the glass and says, "Isn't this illegal in your country?"
Wait till she hears what Parker does.
If you don't, announce it to the world,
It's only illegal if you get caught.
it's technically legal to drink it.
As long as you
It's-
already had it before the law passed,
It's
you're
just
good.
illegal to buy it, if that makes sense.
Oh, well then we're perfectly fine.
It's a legal
As long as you're not trying to sell this.
Oh, I would never.
To me, I meant.
No, it's fine. It's yours to drink.
She takes a big swig.
So what?
Big old swig.
How long you've been in the Illuminati your entire life?
I've never been a member of the...
Not the. Sorry.
He's a little tipsy.
The Templars. Yeah.
I have been a member of the Templars since I was 14.
Is that 10 years? 15 years?
She smirks and says, "It's more than 10 but less than 20.
It's like, I'm going to say you're about 25. That's my guess. Final answer.
She says, "Close enough."
So you
I don't like the fact that they know a spell that drains in like life force.
Listen up.
356.
It's actually her.
I'm
She
sure.
was the one.
We had her join our ranks. Keep your friends closer, your enemies closer.
is Neiman.
Just like down the first glass of whiskey, and just because I'm here to get shit
all the way
drunk, and like pour another one. You mentioned earlier that you did not have a good childhood,
Yes.
and then, well, cheers to that.
She clicks the glass.
Just down it. Just pour
Mine was pretty great.
After downing the alcohol, she says, it wasn't the worst childhood, but my father wasn't present very often in my life.
I can
Side
relate.
drunk now.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I lost my mother when I was just a young boy, and my father was, to put it lightly, not a very good man. But I wasn't expecting this.
No, it's not that. It's just I almost had her make a snarky remark, but then I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
No, that's fine. Go for it, man.
Jealous.
It's all you.
Give us a snark.
No, you see a look like she about said something, and then just kind of like holds it and just nods her head and says, yeah, that's. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
Was it going to be at least you had a dad?
yeah.
No, it was gonna be. I see how you turned out the way you did.
Oh, dang. Ouch. Shoot her, Parker.
I have gotten used to it. I've had a lifetime to grow accustomed to him, unfortunately.
Is that who you were speaking with?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ah, my condolences.
Yes, I am going to be making a trip down there soon, but
Tomorrow?
not tomorrow, no.
Well, then you can come with us to the Templars.
Well, I still have a thing that I have to do tomorrow.
Oh. All right.
That hasn't changed, unfortunately.
So you are lying there, aren't
I'm
you?
lying.
Okay. I would like you to make fast talk then.
Okay.
I was like 2 seconds ago. That's what you said you was doing.
That is, I think it's a fail.
Roll a fast talk against
Yeah,
the
you
DM.
feel my 3
It's
points.
a
Not
fail,
against
yeah.
the NPC, against
It's
the DM.
Yeah.
Are you lying to me?
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
fail?
it's right here.
Alright, well, let's see. Because if she fails a psychology, then it doesn't really matter. But she does not. So. She just looks a little bit, a little bit skeptical, but she doesn't call you out. It's more of a passive
Yeah.
sort of psychology. But at that point, when you make that lie, she says, "Well, it has been lovely, and I appreciate the alcohol, but I really should retire for the night. We have a lot of walking to do in the morning."
I don't like that.
Cheers to that. I am going to stay here and continue drinking. Because it's been a stressful few months.
I understand.
Drinking in the dark.
So, Bo, what are you up to?
I guess I'd have went and got myself cleaned up.
Okay, yeah. You do have, I imagine, a decent beard going on. You haven't had a chance to shave in a month or more.
That's
than a month.
gone. Hair's buzzed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Shower taken.
Okay. Yeah,
bad.
good thing too, because you
Bad.
all smell like a goddamn
Showers were a
carnival
thing,
right now.
but they weren't as common in in a house like yours.
Yeah, he has a
probably.
shower. He
But-
has a shower.
Yeah.
Or
Pulls out the
bathtub.
bathtub in the middle of the living room, sitting there scrubbing his legs, and Vinny's over there drinking in the dark. Bonding.
I guess other than that, just like piddling around or something.
Okay.
Where I was left.
I do want some good and drunk.
Pretty much, you guys arrived back at the house. Andre, the coin flipping Inquisitor is at the house with you guys.
He's in Parker's room.
He's in Parker's room right now. Well, not right now. He's currently probably also enjoying alcohol if it's being offered.
Me and Andre are just shooting the breeze.
Oh yeah, you guys are actually getting along. Like considering how rocky the start was,
shooting the breeze.
Pretty well. You'd probably see Lady Erin returning to her room. And aside from that, Shay, who you haven't really talked to in like a month, is also like in her room. So,
God, what if we would have just came back and not told her that we were actually back and was like, ooh.
Fuck.
That would have been so bad. Start moving shit around in the living room.
Oh yeah,
just walk.
But yeah, just like move the chairs, like rearrange things.
But yeah, that's probably about
Shay.
it.
Like, what's happening? Ah!
It's not really important.
Okay.
Yeah, we're awful parents. We're awful dads.
3 men and a teenager.
Yeah. Young men, too. We're all, like, the oldest. Well, we're young.
The oldest is 45.
In the arms of
Rest in peace. We're young men.
Before I go to bed, I'm going to shower, shave.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the handlebar and the goatee, though.
All right.
The usual. Shave it to the usual facial hair.
Get rid of the stubble.
You get rid of the stubble.
Yeah. I mean, you still had like the what did you call it? The remnants of a handlebar mustache going on.
Just not groomed.
Yeah.
It was just
just like a big. It's like more of a walrus mustache.
Yeah. and make sure that it's like. I mean, I'm not going to wax it tonight because of obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I will make sure it's waxed.
It needs to be waxed while you're sleeping.
all times.
All times.
Not a hair out of place.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, just completely shaved.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Parker, you are in New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yes.
What are you gonna do?
After spending a night in his home, in the comfort of his own bed.
Your actual home.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
His actual home.
So when you arrive, you are actually stopped at. I imagine you probably have a gate. Mm-hmm. Like I can't imagine you not having a gate. You're stopped at the gate by some of your men who you recognize, and they don't recognize you.
Oh, fuck! No!
Oh, because you're old now!
You're old, your skin is considerably darker, and you've got a beard.
Fuck.
It's unfortunate.
So one of them, much to your chagrin, stops you with, where do you think you're going, old man?
Oh, God. Gonna pull a gun pull a handgun out, point it at the guy, and just say, I'm Parker's dad, let me in.
Okay. Roll a fast talk. Fuck. And I'm gonna give you a boost because you do have a very strong resemblance to Parker, weirdly enough.
Wonder how. Ooh, you said a fast talk?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do you not have fast talk? How do you not have fast talk? How is that a thing you don't have?
That's Benny's thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you never even rolled a fast talk before?
Oh, hell no.
How has the gangster never lied?
Oh. Alright. So.
Good luck. 31. You've got a 1 in 10 chance. That's all.
Fuck!
Would you like to spend however much luck it would take?
Oh yeah, this is advantage.
Ooh,
Or push it. You can also push it.
I think I'll push it.
Okay, so pushing it. Mm-hmm. So you can tell that he doesn't believe you. So you're gonna kind of like further the lie by giving facts and details about Parker that only Parker would know.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
If you fail, then the situation could escalate.
That's fine.
You might have to kill one of your men.
Yeah, you might have to kill one of your men.
I hope I don't have to kill him, but I might.
You might have to put him in the hospital for a little while.
That's okay.
Okay.
Trust me, when you say you don't want to kill them, that's usually when you fucking kill them.
Yeah.
That's true. That happens a lot in tabletops. Like, yeah, I don't want to kill him. You roll a nat 20, you're like, fuck Fuck me!
No,
Alright, roll for damage. Max damage. Fuck me again! Thanks!
The die.
Where was that?
But
Literally,
roll. But roll.
Okay.
You do still have a boost.
Alright, so. Birthday, April 19th. So-and-so height, 5'10". Trying to roll off facts so you believe me, you piece of shit.
Me but younger.
Looks like me, but younger.
25.
Okay, we're getting there.
Um,
We're getting there.
you can't actually spend luck on a pushed roll.
I know.
So you've got to roll. You've got to roll the 2 zeros right now. That's a 20.
Damn it! Twice in a row!
Listen, you need to actually roll the dice. They need to move.
It's even worse.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Damn
So-
it.
His frown crease and his frown gets a little deeper, and he. I mean, they both have their guns out at this point because you have your gun out.
Oh yeah, he totally pulled a gun on him.
And he pulls back the hammer and says, "You know an awful lot about the boss, and I really don't think that you're his dad. I'm pretty sure I met his dad."
I know it's a fucking lie. I know it's a fucking lie.
Me and Parker's pops, we go way back.
Now Parker's mad because he knows that's BS.
What are you, Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
Yes,
forcing yourself into the plot.
Yes.
All right. Looking very, very angry.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna try to de-escalate because he
Alright.
really doesn't want to have to hurt somebody that he has to pay their medical bills.
Yeah.
That comes out of marking this in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Paycheck deduction
Mm-hmm.
because he called him old. Not because he's doing his job.
Yeah,
He understands
yeah.
that, but because he called him old.
Yeah.
All right. So he's going to put his gun away reluctantly.
Yeah. They keep their guns out.
That's fine. All right, I'll leave, but when Parker finds out about this, he's not going to be happy. He's going to put it in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go park his car somewhere. He's going to hoof it on foot.
Okay.
He's angry,
All right.
and I got a high sneak, so.
Oh, so you're gonna sneak in?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, boy.
He knows how to break into his own house.
Oh yeah.
See,
That's his house.
I immediately.
You know where the key is.
found the plan.
Exactly. I go to the fake rock.
I was thinking that.
Okay.
What?
No, nothing.
Show the ID.
Yeah.
He
Like
probably
driver's
doesn't.
license
He probably
or
doesn't
whatever.
have one.
There.
He's been in a gang since he was 8. He probably doesn't have one. He drives illegally.
Fair.
So show what
Your
ID?
library card?
He might have that. Yeah.
Photos of your wife and kid. Wait.
But go ahead
Rest
and
in
roll
pieces.
your sneak check.
And well, I was making sure that was a thing I could
Oh
do
yeah,
first.
go for it.
All right, so go around good ways, park the car.
Yeah, you know where there's like a tree that's nearby them, and you've been meaning to cut that tree down because somebody could climb that tree and just jump right over into the fence.
But also,
But also, good thing I didn't.
Yeah.
That's a 90-something.
That is a fail. My old bones, they prevent me from climbing the tree.
Yeah, you're trying to get up this tree. It's not working out.
I am going to push that for realsies though. All right, so
So you're
knees
making a
hurt.
lot of noise trying to climb this tree, mostly like grunts and groans,
I'm hurt. old
cracking
bones.
sounds.
My knees, yeah.
You know those crackling noises when you
Yeah.
move, just like
I
that?
swear it's the branch. Oh my fucking hip. We
so
act like he's 80. He's just 45 or 44.
any more, and you may alert
Okay.
someone. You don't know
That's
if it would
okay.
necessarily be the guys that already stopped you at the gate, because you're a decent bit away from the gate right now. You're like at the back of the house.
That
That's
is
a 12.
absolutely. That is an extreme.
All right. So
Once my bones stop popping, we're in this bitch.
yeah, you just grin and bear it, get over the tree, and then make your way in towards the house. And you know that, like, aside from the people that patrol the exterior, no one should be in the house, because it's your house. Like, you probably don't trust your gang members enough to leave them around all your valuables on the inside.
Yes.
So yeah, you get to your house. It's actually been probably close to a year, right?
Just about.
Yeah. You haven't been home in a long time.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone like looking after things, or is it just like?
Yeah. Occasionally, he'd have someone come in to clean.
Okay, I want you to roll luck.
Oh boy, gonna get caught by the maid. But is she hot though? Fuck, that is a pass.
That's kind of up to you, actually.
Yeah.
You hire them, so.
He doesn't give a shit if they're hot or
Okay.
not. It's probably some old grandma because he wants to make sure they actually get shit done. It's like, I want an old lady.
It's Esmeralda from Family Guy.
Exactly. I want an old lady who knows what the fuck she's doing, who's been doing this for years, who can still get around.
Okay. So
She pinches my cheek as I walk in the door.
you walk inside. It's empty. House is clean. So hay bump to that maid. But yeah, you're inside.
Cool. It's gonna go to
You
bed.
successfully broke into your own home.
Yeah, I've had to do that before. It's fun.
Same.
Try not to knock over the TV as you climb in the window.
Oh yeah.
I did like, what, 2 weeks ago? 2
Yeah,
weeks ago?
yeah. To break into his own apartment. I sat there and watched, and it was cold. So, yeah, he's, like I said, first and foremost, he's going to lock his door and go to bed.
Okay. So you lock your door, you go to bed. So
Sounds
everyone
like
else, you have your plans for the night, aka drinking heavily. Bo, you can just go in bed.
Nah, if I definitely hear them drinking, I'm going.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
If I hear the party popping.
Oh yeah. The party is I imagine it's kind of mellow.
Oh, it's definitely sad.
Yeah, it's like
It's
sad party.
That's my favorite
At
part.
at a certain point, because, Benny is fucking drunk.
Oh yeah, you guys are like
He's
wasted.
like, does anyone want to play cards?
52.
Shit.
Andre's like, I'd play some cards.
That's like a day. Always.
Oh, by the way, Andre's pretty good at holding his alcohol.
Yeah. Benny is not.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's Scottish.
stereotype.
Oh, wow.
And
Like weirdly good though.
and I want to.
Because he's magic.
Be
he's
like,
magic.
Bo, do you want to get in on this?
He's actually 600 pounds. He just
We're
has a
just
skull.
we're just playing for fun. As I'm like focusing, trying to like shuffle
Yeah,
correctly.
I want you to roll with. This is the first time we've ever had this because I'm not a sadistic monster. 2 setback, because you are super fucking drunk.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Interesting.
Double setback though.
Okay.
That's a 2.
We can only go up from here, boys.
Yeah, a 70,
72.
50. So
So
72.
72.
Still a success.
Okay, yeah. So it's muscle memory. It's like walking, except easier, because
Except
you're kind of not so good at the walking right now.
Question. Are we going to do the crit thing where we were considering 5 and below a crit?
I think. Does everybody think it's a good idea?
That's fine. I don't care to make it just one.
Well, I think if we do that, if it is just one, then you don't roll to see if you
Just
improve. You
automatically-
just improve.
Improve, yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay. I'm okay with
It's
that.
one or the other, not
Yeah,
both.
exactly.
Because dear God.
Yeah. Okay.
I like one because it's special.
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
also, yeah, I always thought it was stupid that you roll a 1 to see if you get a chance
Yeah,
to
and
success.
I might have. Well,
or to have a success.
I
or
wouldn't
to
say that I'm
succeed,
doing
like-
that wrong because technically that's
That
not
is-
a rule at all. Like that's homebrew to begin with.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But-
So
I like you roll a 1, automatically
Still manage
roll that
to-
D10.
Still
That's what
managed
you
to
get.
shuffle that deck.
yeah, you still manage. Just it takes you a little bit longer and it's a little bit sloppy, but you get it done. No cards are backwards or upside down. Well, I mean they're upside down, but you know what I mean. They're not.
Benny is shit-faced drunk by this point.
Yeah,
Just blonde drunk.
yeah.
Pour one out for your boy.
And just, I want to point at Bo to confirm if he's playing cards.
Yes.
Then I want to,
Okay.
Deal the hand.
I'll be we're going to play, we'll play poker. It's a
All
game
right.
that everyone knows how to
All
play.
right. So.
100% cheating, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Benny is 100%
Okay.
cheating.
So, you're not really sure how it happened because you're all kind of like. I take it, Bo. You're probably just as drunk.
I'm not as drunk as him. 'cause
He's also a big guy, so
Yeah,
his
true,
tolerance
yeah.
is higher.
I'm probably not as drunk as him, but I'm probably drunker than
Andre.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, I want you guys to just roll me a general luck, but it. No, because you can't really have. Well, yeah, you can have. No setback. So just the general luck.
No.
I'm trying to remember if you can have those. I know you can't push a luck roll.
I fail.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, I fail.
I pass.
You pass.
Dang.
All right. So by the end of this poker game, you're really not sure how it happened. Benny is just in his boxers.
We were just. Oh
yeah.
We're not playing poker. It started off as poker. Just something happened.
Yeah, something happened. Benny is just in his boxers.
Lenny!
Pretty much. Bo, you've lost your shirt, but that's it. And Andre's fully clothed.
That sounds like me normally.
Yeah.
I probably didn't have one on.
Yeah, he didn't lose anything. He just took it.
It was last session that we made the joke that you're basically Tom Cruise.
Yeah, just
Your shirt comes off every scene.
Action scene.
Exactly.
Just randomly, I noticed that I'm wearing.
Yeah, you just like look down and you're like, oh shit, I'm almost naked.
Yeah, it's drafty.
Yeah.
Well, I am pretty sure that this means I need to go to bed.
Andre's like, and I almost won the boxers too.
Damn.
We weren't playing strip poker. What were we?
Oh, we were. I think you lost track there for a little bit.
I'm going to go to bed. And just like
Question, what the fuck do you lose after you lose everything?
I think you're just out. That's like running out of money.
You lose. Yeah, you're out.
Here's my firstborn.
Yeah, exactly.
Girls have a distinct advantage
Because they have bras.
Yeah. Although, whenever I've played, never mind.
What?
I forgot we were being recorded.
What? No. Continue.
Whenever I played, the guys got to wear a jacket to reflect that it was an extra set of clothes.
Gotcha. Or like a hat or something.
A hat, yeah. I think I wore a jacket.
Yeah, because I know one time
Because I've only played strip poker once in my entire life.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lindsay.
It's okay. You said she doesn't listen. She doesn't care.
Yeah, but I'm going
One
to.
time she does.
Yeah.
Bitch.
You played strip poker?
She comes at episode case 13 for no fucking reason. But I'm going
tell her.
to stumble.
Okay, yeah.
Hilariously try to get my ass up the stairs where my bedroom is.
Luck roll.
Land of luck rolls.
You just know that I have a shitty luck right now, and you're just
Yes. It's hilarious.
My luck is pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone wakes up the next morning.
Oh boy.
Oh god. That's the worst thing that can be said.
Benny blacked out.
I don't know. I think what would be worse is everyone wakes up but you.
Power off.
No.
Cool.
But yeah, everyone wakes up the next morning but Benny. He died.
Go ahead.
So you all wake up the next day. Excuse me.
Most of us.
Starting with Parker. What are you doing?
He's going to wake up just exhausted. Mm-hmm. He's homesick, wanted to be home. He came home for the night. Just needed time to think. So now that he's had his...
Your bed's a bit dusty.
Oh, that bitch. What do I pay her for?
The rest of the house is clean, but
Yes,
your bedroom
yeah.
was pretty much untouched.
Yeah, that's okay. A little stuffy, but he's going to, I guess, sneak back out and head back to the gate that he came through originally.
Okay.
So, am I going to have to roll a sneak out?
Actually, yes. It's going to be a little bit harder because there's no tree on this side.
Fuck me. Okay.
Thank God I got this convenient ladder with me at all times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep a ladder in the garage.
Yeah, I want to roll
It's also
Benny's
daytime.
Resourceful.
It's also daytime,
Yeah.
so you're going to have a setback on this sneak.
Fun. Like I said, I want to roll Benny's Resourceful so I can have a thing.
Pull out the ladder.
Pull the ladder out of the jacket.
It's like, focus. Concentrate. I'm Benny.
Benny's ability now.
I'm Benny. Okay. All right. Ooh.
32.
Ooh.
20. Oh, looks
That
like this
is
32.
a hard.
All right. So you go to like one of the back corners where the sight lines from the gate should be obstructed by the house.
Yeah.
So it's
Literally, as I'm sneaking out, I'm thinking, I need to fix that, and I need to fix that, and that's
Yeah,
getting cut
yeah.
down. And literally, like, I'm
Yeah.
so glad that I did this. But at the same time,
you broke in, and it was actually pretty easy. Breaking back out, it's a little harder because, like I said, there's no trees near the fence. So you have to actually scale the fence itself, and it's not a solid fence. It's like one of the you can see
rods,
inside. Yeah. So it's a little bit tricky. And the worst moment is when you have to climb over because it has spikes on the top, and you have just like this horrible vision of falling and just sort of like impaling yourself in the crotch with one of those spikes. Yeah, like as you put your leg over, but you do manage to get to the other side.
he's sweating.
Yeah.
That might be because of the humidity of Louisiana,
Yeah.
but he's sweating.
That too. That too. You're just covered in mosquitoes.
It's okay. It's nothing he's not used to.
Yeah, true.
We go to
winter. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they would-
Louisiana.
It'd be about like 70, 60.
It'd be about 60 something. Yeah, 60,
Yeah,
70.
there's probably still mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Not
I
as
feel
many.
like they're a year-round
Yeah,
thing.
not as many, but yeah, absolutely. Like bugs. He was at home in Brazil. He said, "Yeah, oh yeah." I'm not doing anything.
So you get back over.
I'm gonna go to the car.
You're gonna go to the car. Take it. You're gonna drive back to the gate. Mm-hmm. All right. So drive back. Make your way back out. We'll jump back over to Bo. You wake up. You step out of your room, which is
You made it. You made it to your room.
Our rooms are on the top floor.
I thought that it was just your room.
No, the both of them.
Both of
So
us.
yeah, you start to go downstairs, and about halfway down the stairs, you see, not really like covered in puke, but kind of laying in it, is Benny.
It's a good.
About halfway up the stairs.
Can I like grab him and like wrap him, pick him up, and like take him to his room?
Nothing you haven't done before. Like I'd say, this is probably not the first time you picked him up out of his barf.
So yeah, you grab him, just like drag him up the stairs. I mean, you probably just throw him over your shoulder. But
I don't want to just
just grab
Grab the ankle.
Yeah.
I'll just like throw him over and just.
All right.
It's like, that hangover. Oh yeah, that's
So-
a hangover.
Benny, about probably almost noon. You wake up in your bed.
You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. You feel a little sore.
Yeah.
Your neck has a crick in it. You know, it's not a good feeling, and you also vaguely smell puke.
So I'm going to shower.
Okay.
Again.
I take it you probably have a master bedroom with a shower guide. Okay, cool.
I've got the good shit.
Yeah. So, but what are you up to? It's morning. You still there's a mess on the stairs. Are the stairs carpeted? Oh God. Okay.
I don't think at that time. Not
No,
in
probably
the 20s. Probably not.
And also, me as a person, I hate carpet.
Yeah.
So, no.
Fair enough.
All the millennials in the room are like,
it's a bitch to clean. Fuck
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nasty too when you take.
I'm not cleaning up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's-
So you kind of like step
Yeah,
around
I'm
on
just
the
gonna,
way
like,
down to the kitchen.
I picked Benny up and got him out of it.
Yeah.
He can clean that
So
shit up.
as you're like making your way to the kitchen, you see Lady Erin, who has a bit of a case of bedhead going on, but looks otherwise put together.
What did she sleep in?
Probably like not her armor, obviously.
Yes.
And since she is sharing a room with Shay, probably she was decent, I imagine.
Yeah. They would wear something underneath, wouldn't they? Like, I would assume.
Yeah, definitely. Like the
Okay.
armor
I
is.
thought you take their arm.
Yeah, so that's all there is.
Yeah.
No.
Imagine how hot that shit would get against your bare skin. Like,
Shape.
Since I have important business to attend to, when I get out of my shower, I'm not wearing the checker jacket. I'm wearing like a very Parker-esque outfit.
Okay.
A really nice suit
All right.
that I definitely have.
Yes.
I just never wear.
But yeah, Bo,
for
you
business.
see
That's a business
Lady Erin as you make your way to the kitchen, and she kind of smirks a little bit and says, I take it you picked up Benny off the stairs.
Yeah, not the first time.
Well, I didn't have the heart to move him, or necessarily the muscles.
Yeah,
Stomach.
Yeah,
he gets like that when he gets drinking.
clearly.
We just gonna tell him that he puked on the stairs and then woke up in his bed.
All right,
We'll go with that.
Sounds like a good story to stick to.
Usually what I tell him.
I like. Now that's his spot. That's where he sleeps sometimes.
That's where
Every time it
sometimes
happens.
it happens.
Yep.
He never makes it past the 5th step.
Yeah, exactly. He just like that one's super comfy. It's got a little Benny-shaped divot in it, just like where he's been.
So you thought it's because we walk up and down the middle of the steps? No, that's where Benny lays. That's where he sleeps.
Perfectly shaped for my little body. Okay, sorry.
3 sessions in a row now, damn it.
That was it. I'm not the one that was doing it.
Yeah.
You're
fair.
good.
Fair.
Okay,
We
go ahead.
Encouraged. Okay, so yeah, you want to say anything, Bo? Do anything before?
I want to get like some coffee.
Oh yeah.
Get something to munch on.
Yeah, your head is pounding. You kind of wanted to tell Aaron to just shut up, being too damn loud.
Somewhere I got my glasses on.
And then you hear a loud knock at the door. Way too damn loud. Like, oh god. Oh Jesus, so fucking loud.
My
Just gonna like
ears.
walk over like.
Yeah. So the door opens and you see a very excited Izzy.
He kind of shows up.
Where have you been?
She has a large box in her arms. It looks like it's been gift wrapped. She looks really excited. She's got like a pack on, and at this point, Benny, you are making your way down the stairs.
Do I see the puke?
Yes, you do.
I'm going.
But you also heard the loud knock at the door.
Bo, can you get that? I have a mess to clean up. As I'm like turning around and walking,
I'll probably
like
like, I got it.
thing, so I don't get all this shit dirty.
Izzy is like, Bo, hey, it's been so long.
Hey, Izzy.
You look sleepy.
We'll say that. Come on in.
Okay. Oh, I have so much to tell you.
Come on
He's
in.
like,
So yeah, she goes
Step on
inside.
the other side of the door.
yeah, she steps in, you step out. Just leave. Just keep walking. Where's Bo going? Away.
So yeah, she comes in. She's smart enough to tell that you're not necessarily in a talking mood right now. So she kind of like cans her excitement, just like goes
Aw.
to sit in like one of the chairs and just like wiggling in the chair.
I'm gonna go sit.
Fucking just so excited.
Just-
I'm
And the chair's around. He's like,
I'm gonna clean up.
I'm gonna go out, grab a coffee, just like give it a little extra to it.
Okay.
Give it a little
Yeah. It helps. It helps a lot.
hair of the dog that bit you.
Yep.
Just
So,
and go sit down.
Benny, you've cleaned up your mess.
I'm going to go back up and put my nice shit back on,
Okay, yeah.
and then come downstairs and get a nice, refreshing
So yeah.
pot of cup of coffee.
So
Spiked
after you all
coffee.
Yes, and then also hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah. So Parker, you're back now at this point.
okay.
Are you going to make your way to the house or are you going to stay?
He's going to stay here.
Okay.
He's going to go up the elevator first, but
Okay.
he's going to try
Yeah,
and find
yeah.
Charles.
All right. Do you want to have a conversation with him or are you just going to...
He's first and foremost, he is here just for the vaccine, but that he's
Okay.
probably just going to...
All right. So, when you guys have recovered a little bit...
sipping that coffee.
So, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Oh, it's so cool. So, I went and I did so much research and I found so many things out about Wendigos. Like, so many things. And
Can I interrupt you for a second?
but hold on.
No.
One thing that I found out, she opens
we've
the
already-
lid to the
This-
box and inside is a flamethrower.
I'm just gonna like cover it up and be like, we killed it.
You what?
You're about a month late to the party.
Yeah,
But did you...
we killed it.
But she looks excited again.
Bury it in a churchyard. Yes.
It's
You know
hard
what,
to
but
box.
Yep.
I got those too.
No, it's done. we're done.
Silver steak to the heart.
Yep.
Actually,
Oh,
Benny,
that's
do you
good.
want to put that with your cool things? Maybe the steak? Just take it.
I also got you these. She digs around in the box and pulls out 3 chainmail shirts that seem to be made of silver.
Dang, not bad though.
Honestly, those might come in handy at some point.
So we've never really discussed it because it hasn't come up, but armor is a thing that exists.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
body armor.
You do, but I don't think I,
I think
really
it was
gave
just
it a
bulletproof.
Yeah.
Which-
armor.
In the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this armor will provide you 3 armor, which is just straight damage reduction.
Cool.
Silk in our Star Wars.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing about
And
Star
can we
Wars.
wear it underneath our clothes?
You can. It's actually, this almost looks, it's very finely crafted, and you're like, I don't know if you guys know necessarily Izzy's financial situation, but this looks like it probably cost a lot of money, even for you guys.
That will come in handy. I want to set it off in like the living room somewhere.
So
I already
it's
don't have a
definitely
shirt
dead
on.
then?
I'm just like,
It is dead. Yes, we did take care of it.
Oh, well, I'm glad that, wait, oh god, where's Parker?
He's alive still.
Okay, I almost said I was glad that everyone was alive, and then I noticed he wasn't here, and
nah,
I'm glad
he's-
everyone's alive.
He's doing best.
Selena's also alive, if you were wondering.
I'm pretty sure that Selena had parted ways by the time that Izzy came around.
Nope, because she went to the sewer with us.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
I know continuity, you son of a bitch.
Listen, when she actually left, Izzy, not Selena, is very vague. Like, she just sort of stopped being there one day.
We woke up and she was gone, and we were like, okay.
I'm gonna go and put the chainmail on.
Was
so
she
obviously I
there?
don't have a shirt on.
Yeah.
I am not going to put the chainmail on.
Straight up, Izzy could have
Not
just
yet.
never existed. It's just a figment of our
Not
imagination.
yet, anyway. But
I mean, to be fair, isn't everyone?
Dun dun dun.
as I'm sipping coffee, just what is the plan for today?
Well, I was gonna say we'd go fight a Wendigo, but you guys already got that.
Not you.
Check that one off the list.
Wait, also, like, is Andre and Lady Erin around?
Lady Erin is in the kitchen.
That's right.
Andre is not around at the moment.
Sleeping in my bed.
I'm going to go into the kitchen to talk to Lady Erin.
Okay.
And ask her what the plan for today is.
Well, you have your plans, and I suppose I'm going to take everyone else to the Templar.
In London.
Yes, in London.
Speaking of the Templars, where's Andre at?
Probably sleeping.
We had a blast.
Yes, well, he doesn't need an excuse to sleep.
He's old.
May-
Well, actually, he's young-ish now. Is he younger than Parker?
Probably.
That bitch. A man.
Maybe next time you can join us.
Well,
Shooting the wink, too.
roll a charm.
Ooh!
Actually, I'll give you the option to roll a charm.
It's worth a shot. It's 15. You never know.
You might succeed.
Yeah.
Boost.
Because I'm naked?
That's a
No,
40.
dang.
Yeah, push
You
it.
want? Yeah, you could push it. She might gag if you fail, though.
No, failed.
Yeah, she kind of like grimaces a little bit, and you think she might have seen the mess on the stairs.
And everything else.
Well,
Did you see Bo's mess on the stairs?
Yeah.
He's like,
That honestly, I could probably convince her of that.
She stepped around you
yeah,
to get
I was
down.
unconscious.
yeah, in your mind, you could probably convince her of that.
I got this.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, Bo, crazy partier, right? And she was like, I stepped around your unconscious
She's
body.
Bo across the whole house, just looking.
Well, think about it. At the very
Just
least.
glaring from the other side of the room.
I'll consider, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Or you might
So,
have to the next morning.
I guess we're gonna start gathering our things. The only thing I'm bringing is my little gun.
Alright.
Gun holstered in my little jacket,
Alright.
and also probably my lock-picking tools, because this is also a trick coat.
Yeah.
All the coats are trick coats.
Yeah, so
even the
you
nice
are
ones.
are you bringing the chainmail? No. Okay. Izzy is gonna come along. She's like, But where are you going, guys? And Lady Aaron's like, I was going to take them to... It's safe to tell her these things?
Bo, that's your opinion. You get to decide that.
That's your girlfriend.
You know, I feel like if anything goes wrong, I think we can take this one. So sure.
I resent that, but okay.
So off to Dr. Gray's estate.
Everyone kind of nods and Lady Aaron's like, I'll go fetch Andre. About 5 minutes later, everyone is ready to go. And you guys make a trip to Dr. Gray's estate. And you're all there. Parker, you were already there.
Yeah.
I take it you didn't just
Pookie
grab...
Bear!
Take it you didn't just grab the vaccine and run.
Oh, no. He's staying there because he assumes they're coming as well.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So not long after you arrive, they do.
Pookie Bear, hello, how's it going today?
He's not going to answer. He's just going to just the nastiest look.
Yeah.
If looks could kill, this whole room would be dead.
When
Everyone in
when
this room
that
would be
said,
dead.
Izzy says, I thought your name was Parker. Is it Pookie Bear?
It is Pookie Bear.
Do you prefer Pookie Bear, just Pookie, or Mr. Bear?
But,
I'm going to kill her.
Pookie Bear, if you look, I'm dressed like you today.
I
And
think
a
Pookie
nice-
Bear is angry.
It's a very common Pookie Bear occurrence.
The whole, just like, clenching the fist, the Arthur meme. Clenching the fist.
And where is the good doctor?
In his office, I assume.
Yeah, he's in this, like, when you came in, he's like, make yourself at home.
Make yourself at
Have a
home.
thing.
Yes.
Oh no.
Make yourself at home.
I keep having things.
But
Oh no, how did that get there?
But,
I'm sorry. When I threw it, it went, and I was like, sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna wait on Dr. Gray to get
Alright,
here.
so,
You look at a place.
Dressed fancy
Yes.
compared to everyone else. Oh, Parker.
Well, no, I'm Parker saying
Yeah.
you look at a place. Don't look like yourself.
I have matters to attend to later today.
I see.
So, after a short wait, Dr. Gray comes down, sees you all gathered, and says, well, hello again. I hope tempers have cooled since yesterday.
We're here for our shots. And then
Parker
off
has
to
no
go-
idea.
And then
He wasn't here for
off to
Oh,
go
that's true.
do stuff.
Alright, well,
that. Eyebrow raised, like, tempers have cooled. What the fuck happened?
so, he begins preparing the vaccine and, shooting you all up.
Nice. Give it to me, doctor.
The good stuff.
Yeah. Do it, doctor. Stick me good. It's like, I don't want to give you the vaccine anymore.
He does actually give a dose to Izzy, who he seems to sort of surprised to be seeing again, and to, I believe it was Andre.
Yeah.
No, Lady Erin doesn't get a shot.
She
No.
didn't. She wasn't infected, remember?
No.
She couldn't hear the thoughts.
Yeah, that's true. It's a true story.
So, once you've all had your shots,
Guess we're gonna go ask if we can use the Hollow Earth.
where are you off to now? Running back to Brazil? I don't think it's a good idea.
No, we have matters to attend to in England.
Ah, I see. Well, I suppose I still have to prepare things before I'll be ready to deal with Annabeth.
Well, see you later.
Real quick, Parker is going to ask, before they got here, we were kind of chat for a bit. How did this all start, Annabeth?
That's a very long story.
Is it about 5 paragraphs worth of story?
No, more like 5 pages.
So I noticed there's no misses around.
Well, like what time is it?
Right now, it's pretty early in the morning still. It's
Around
like noon.
noon.
Yeah. Because
So I'd say
you
maybe
slept in quite a
1
bit.
o'clock.
Yeah, about 1
Well,
o'clock-ish.
I'm going to go on ahead if that's okay with everyone.
You're a free person. You're allowed to do what
You can
want.
fill me in later.
5 pages worth. Okay.
Mostly just,
Yeah.
oh yes.
This is, yeah. I
At
know.
some point, this story was recounted, and Benny also knows it. So I'm going to go on down.
All right, so you head down,
You don't want backup?
and
Okay.
so you're the only one heading down then. Yeah, of course you're going to your own business. So Dr. Gray, after a few moments, seeming to have collected his thoughts, says, "Where to begin? Well, I suppose I should first mention that while Annabeth's birth was by most means conventional,
Nice.
He said birth, not conception.
the standard I used when selecting her mother was not. I was seeking a woman with certain abilities. Considering what you know now, I think you can ascertain what I mean from that."
Can you ascertain closer to the mic, please?
Of course. I was also looking for a woman healthy enough to survive childbirth and in dire enough circumstance that she would accept the offer I was trying to make. The search was by no means easy. Those with the abilities that I was looking for were prone to success, even if they weren't fully aware of their talent. At first, the only hopeful prospects I found that would likely accept didn't fit the bill for other reasons, either due to health, age, or mental state. At first, I was repeating myself. That's why after 2.5 years of searching, when I met Esther, we perhaps weren't as thorough or cautious in our evaluation of her. I often wonder how different things would have been if we weren't. Certainly, if we had known about her manic outbursts, tendency to lap into another personality entirely, we would have kept searching. After all, if something like that were passed to the child, what use would they be? At the time, however, Esther seemed the perfect candidate. A healthy young woman who was supremely gifted. More so than myself at the time, in fact. She blew every test we had out of the water. So much so we had to create new tests just to gauge her talents. If I had been seeing clearly at the time, I would have known that was a red flag. No one as gifted as she should have been doing the work she was. At the time, however, her profession was exceedingly convenient for us. You could say it was adjacent to the purpose we wanted her to serve. Now you might be wondering, if she tested so well, why did we need a child to begin with? Why not simply achieve the same results with Esther? Well, you have to understand, we, at the time, were interested in controlling someone with those abilities. And to speak frankly, brainwashing is much easier when you start young. There was also the hope that with proper care and training, gifts the child we created could be amplified, strengthened and trained like a muscle. And that part at least went according to plan.
Yikes.
One last note about Esther, as I can tell your interest in this ancient history is waning. It was made very clear to her that after the child was old enough to be separated, which we decided was half a year, for better or worse, she would have no further contact. And at the time she agreed. The payment that we offered made it hard to refuse. Almost from birth, Annabeth showed amazing potential. The tests we ran with her had to be very simple at that age. Like thinking about a certain toy during playtime and seeing what she would choose to play with. Almost every time she picked correctly. Once she even brought the target toy to the assistant researcher before the test had officially begun. After that, we tried with multiple subjects, each thinking of different toys. It may seem trivial considering everything you've seen, but at the time it was groundbreaking. Typically, someone with these talents would guess correctly 60% of the time, and it was just enough to be above lucky coincidence. But at 3 years old, Annabeth had a success rate in the upper 80s. And I'm still not convinced the occasional wrong pick wasn't just her seeing how we would react. Being tested by a child who was hardly potty trained. As she grew older, we started her on several experimental drugs, and quickly discovered her abilities weren't simply limited to extrasensory perception. Although she was incredibly talented in that regard, by 8 she could accurately describe the interior of a room while blindfolded, as long as someone inside could see it. It's hard to say now how much of what she could do was natural talent and how much was our tampering, but at a guess I would say it was half and half. I think if it wasn't for her natural empathy and kind-hearted nature, the staff would have feared and resented her more than they did. She could read our emotions, no matter how guarded, as easily as you or I might read a sign. But she never used it against us. In fact, she would try and cheer us up if we needed it. Part of that was simply because she was kind, but I also believe she could feel what we were feeling just as strongly. Not everyone was so eager to have their thoughts and emotions on display, however. I was aware of the growing resentment from certain members of my staff, but not just how bad it was until Annabeth's health began to decline. She wasn't sleeping through the night. She would sometimes wake up crying and began refusing meals. Eventually, she stopped speaking altogether. I finally managed to get her to tell me what was wrong, and through tears she informed me that some of her caretakers were thinking mean and scary things about her. You might be surprised that it affected her so deeply. I was at first myself. I thought in that first moment she should be able to stop reading their minds if it was causing her so much grief. I never spoke that aloud, mind you. And the pain in her voice when she told me that she can't, that she really wants to, but she can't, it still keeps me up at night. Despite their cruelty, she refused to give me any names at first. She was afraid they would lose their jobs. Only when I promised they would still have jobs somewhere else did she finally agree to give me the names. And that was when I first began to love her. To really care about her as my daughter and more than just some interesting project. My life is filled with regrets, but that's not one. Speaking of regrets, looking back now, I wish I had killed the men who were tormenting her. Of course, she would have known. It would have hurt her badly, but those wounds heal, and it might have prevented all of this. Plus, it would have felt good. What happened next, I can only make an educated guess at. Mere weeks after I fired her tormentors, Esther returned, seemingly from nowhere. It's always been my suspicion that, as a final spite, those men I fired found her mother and told her where she could find her daughter. In the late stages of pregnancy with Annabeth, Esther's issues had come to light. She was prone to manic episodes and even violent outbursts. As a result, she was at most times separated from Annabeth unless supervised carefully, and as soon as feasible, we separated them permanently. I was always very careful on the subject of her mother, especially as Annabeth grew older. The story I always told her was that her mother was quite ill and passed away when she was young. She believed it at first. When Esther first reappeared, she was kept well away from anyone who might have dealings with her. it wouldn't do for our young prodigy to learn that her mother was still alive by listening in on someone doing the cleaning. I alone knew that Esther was making it her life's goal to see her daughter again. In fact, out of all the people that dealt with Annabeth, I was the only one that knew she was still alive. So I kept my distance. Just when I had finally warmed to my daughter, and she had finally opened up to me, I was forced by cruel circumstance to all but shun her. And that was the beginning of the rift between us that eventually led to what she's become. While Esther was certainly growing increasingly unstable, she was nevertheless persistent. She would arrive almost every day and be detained outside the facility we were at. And when Annabeth's time outside was suddenly cut off without any explanation, she started to grow suspicious and angry. It didn't help that she was entering her teenage years by this point, and despite being perhaps the most promising mind in the history of the human race, she was just as susceptible to the hormonal imbalances of adolescence. So, in an effort to assure that no slip was made, we moved the entire operation. It seemed to work at first, but perhaps someone was still slipping information to Esther, or maybe she was just using her talents to find us. Either way, about a month later, she found us again. We played a curious game of cat and mouse for almost 3 years, moving the operation. She would find us again, we would move again. Eventually, we moved to the only place on Earth she couldn't reach, the Arctic facility. From day one, Annabeth hated it. We all did. It was a miserable frozen place with almost no commodities or accommodations for modern life. Everyone's morale was low. Now remember, Annabeth was an empath. She felt how miserable we all were, and to make matters so much worse, I was the only one that knew why it was necessary. Everyone else either consciously or subconsciously pinned the blame on her. You can say now that I was a fool, that I should have simply admitted to her our lie and facilitated a meeting, but the woman was unstable to the extreme, oftentimes screaming and ripping at the people that were trying to detain her. She was like a wild animal. I was trying to keep Annabeth safe. That's the lie that I rationalized that with. Esther never did find us in the Arctic. We were only there for a few months before Annabeth ran away. I was sick with worry. I spent 6 days combing that godforsaken frozen hell looking for her. But I was too late.
Stop covering your mouth.
Sorry. I found her scarf on the edge of a broken ice sheet. Below was nothing but dark water. I screamed her name until I felt my throat would either begin to bleed or freeze, clutching her frozen scarf to my chest. I truly did love her, but I never told her. And that's perhaps my biggest regret. And yet, as much as I loved her, I wish with all my heart that she had stayed dead, that she had never returned. But she did.
She's that dirty look.
We had given up on the search by the end of the 9th day. I still held some sliver of hope after finding her scarf, but no one could have survived that long. Yet, at 8 in the evening, after we had given up the search, she stumbled into our camp, soaking wet, her black hair plastered to her face, hugging herself and trembling so violently she couldn't hold the cup of cocoa I had given her. It was a miracle. There was no way she could have survived, and while I was overjoyed, I could feel something was wrong, something in her eyes, a distant, far-off look that reminded me too much of her mother. It was several hours before she spoke at all, and even longer before she would tell us what happened. The story was disjointed. Her perception of time seemed abnormal. In her recollection, only a day had passed. She recounted how after falling through the ice, except she said after being pulled, that she was dragged through freezing water to a dark place that was warm and wet, with walls and floor that had a texture like damp cobweb. She said that a voice spoke to her then. She said it was the voice of God. We never taught her religion. However, that wouldn't be the first thing she had picked up listening to the thoughts of others. At the time, and until recently, I brushed that comment off as a young girl's shock, but she said the voice of God spoke to her of great plans, that she was a key. And after that, all she remembered was cold water again and waking up in our camp. Less than an hour later, she had killed everyone in the camp. People she had known her entire life. Some who were torn in half, like a doll during a tantrum. Some fled into the Arctic and survived, or perished in the cold. I was the only one who was spared. I've never been sure if she hesitated or simply came to her senses at the last moment. I do know, though, looking back, that as the cold Arctic air took hold, the terrifying power she wielded waned. I should have killed her then. I considered it. It was always a contingency plan if we lost control of her, or if she lost control. I never questioned until then if I'd be able to pull the trigger if I needed to. But when I lost her, I couldn't bear the grief of her death again so soon, and at my hand. She also seemed so genuinely remorseful, heartbroken even at what she had done. I never did find out what set her off, and I couldn't bring myself to kill her. I rationalized that it was the shock of having come so close to death, or perhaps she dozed off and experienced a night terror. It's hard to tell. I did take precautions, and already some correlation between what had happened and the cold struck me. After all, even if she was in a warm place for the entire time she was lost, the trip back would have taken at least 4 hours, and she had no sign of frostbite. I ran a few cursory tests. You might scoff, but I am a man of science at heart. She is indeed immune to cold, although it does seem to nullify her powers. The only explanation I have is that she might be using her powers to keep herself from succumbing to exposure. It's a flimsy hypothesis, but it's the only one I have. I returned with her to the main facility after that. I had the foresight to prepare a place where she could be contained. 5 years later, she escaped. The rest you all know. She destroyed the Slocum and has been in the wind ever since.
Damn. That was intense, boys.
Yeah, he
Rest
looks
in
at you
peace.
all.
Parker's asleep.
Benny would have had thoughts.
Benny would have had thoughts, but
Yeah,
Benny decided to leave.
Benny would. I think that's why you were like, "Oh shit, Benny's leaving," because Benny would have been pissed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Straight. Parker's just over there. Okay.
Alright, so, I would understand if you think that I'm a monster now that you know everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of bad. He's kind of, yeah. That sucks, bro. Parker was like, man, yeah, that sucks. But he's not mad.
Okay.
I think the one person that would be mad is not present.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know, it's Bo.
neither of you comment.
Yeah. We're probably just all taking it in.
Yeah. Just taking it in.
Just like, dang.
Well,
Just rubbing the face like, Jesus, dude.
I
do got a question. After you returned, did you have any more run-ins with this Esther person since then?
No.
Do you know if she's still alive?
I believe she passed away. However, I can't actually confirm that. She stopped chasing us after we went to the Arctic. I'm not sure if she tried to follow and perished or lost our trail.
Where was she originally from?
Originally, she was from... Well, I believe she was from Maine. She moved around a lot.
So this was strictly business. You two never married.
No, it was strictly business.
Interesting. Strictly business.
Sorry.
What?
The fucking was strictly business.
It was.
In and out.
There was a syringe. It was like turkey baster.
There might have been. You don't know. You'd have to ask.
There was no emotion. I'm still technically a virgin. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh.
Go ahead.
Sorry, we're losing it over.
Well, we should
still
probably,
technically a virgin.
We should probably catch up with Benny.
I don't think he's going to the same place we're going. He's going to heaven. We're going to hell. We're bad people.
Oh, I didn't know he was Dr. Charles Barry. No, I thought that was the whole...
Oh no, he's going to...
I know that. That's why. Yeah.
I'm going on a mission.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything else you'd like to know, just ask. I've already shared my darkest secrets, so there's not much else I can say that will make you think any worse of me.
Well...
When we were in Brazil, I ended up seeing a bit of history through Andre's eyes. And in that time, I heard Annabeth, and there was something, another voice.
A second voice.
Yes, and she was pleading.
Do you remember?
Give me the full truth.
You remember that Esther had issues. There was, mostly during the later stages of pregnancy, a second personality that manifested in her. I noticed that same behavior in Annabeth after we returned from the Arctic.
Do you think that's Annabeth, or do you think that may have something to do with Esther?
I don't think that Esther had the sort of talents where she could possess Annabeth. If anything could possess Annabeth, it is incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful.
Interesting.
I have never been fully certain if she is being controlled, or if perhaps the shock of the fall caused mental damage, and
A new personality set in.
yes,
Interesting.
one that is exceedingly cruel.
Well, ain't that just the bee's knees? Or as they would say, ain't that just berries? That is a 1920s term.
It sounds like a 1920s
Oh, it is.
term.
It's interchangeable with bee's knees. That's berries.
Well,
Ain't that just berries?
if you have no more questions, then I've kept you long enough, I imagine.
I suck at basketball, sorry. Alright. Woo. That was a thing. I guess we should be off. Lady Erin, lead the way.
The elevator is in use.
Yeah. By the way, everyone else who's present, it's just because I don't want to have an in-depth conversation with myself. Lady Erin looks like she's fuming.
Yeah.
I was like, Lady Erin should talk to Dr. Gray. Get her.
Great.
How's
How's Andre looking?
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Hold me back, hold me back.
You know what? The people with kind of shitty childhoods take offense to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Parker had a shitty childhood.
Benny would be like, bro.
Parker had a shitty childhood, but it just doesn't hit.
Yeah,
the chord with him.
Andre looks somewhat indifferent.
It's like, wow, that sucks, man.
Yeah, he's like, those are the big feels.
He's like, my parents left me.
I find it hard to empathize with the woman that killed all of my friends. Weirdly enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Lady Aaron, what the fuck? He's like, how dare this bitch kill all my friends?
How dare this bitch create the monster that killed all my friends?
Izzy,
there you go.
What does Izzy look like?
Izzy looks fucking shell-shocked. You have to imagine, like, she came in for a Wendigo.
Do you want to show her the Hollow Earth while you guys are?
Oh fuck!
She doesn't know about that yet.
She doesn't.
We're going to the gate, and she's imagining this like this. She's like, "Where's the gate? We drove through a gate to get in here." And it's like, yeah, the Earth is hollow. Santa is real.
I'm over there, just like tagging that button.
It's got to go down first.
Yeah.
I know.
How pissed would Benny be if he gets halfway and then Bo clicks the button and he goes,
I don't think it
No, I'm joking, but
The force I would just go, fuck Bo.
So, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think that the full story from Dr. Gray and the ensuing awkward silence
gives us enough
as
time.
you all wait for the elevator to return because it's got to go down 30
straight
minutes.
up, just imagine, like, all this happened, and as soon as it's over, Bo just, like, reaches over and clicks the button very slowly. Just, like, click. And just trying to link back up.
So, yeah. After a long, awkward silence... Well, no, Gray probably just leaves. It gets too much for him. Mm-hmm. You guys wait. The elevator arrives. You take it down. Takes a long ass time, as usual.
No, not yet.
No, not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You hear stomping.
Oh.
You hear on the door, and then you hear a very excited little pitter-patter.
Oh,
and
boy.
you see the tiniest woman bust into the office, or his office. Full-on dramatic gasp, just Parker, color drains from his face immediately. Cookie Bear! Full-on sprint and attack. Runs and jumps. Does a good job of... She's tiny, of course. She doesn't really throw him off, but yeah. Darlene is in the fray. Why does everyone look so somber? It's like, click. Okay, so now I get to describe Darlene because I didn't get to prior. She's a very, very tiny, just short, petite woman. Curvy, surprisingly, but short. And she's got a little heart-shaped face with big brown eyes and curly brown hair. So, that's Darlene. Right. Yep.
Bo just continuing to press the button.
She has her makeup done, little rosy red lips. She is looking darling. Darling Darlene.
And Parker is looking mortified.
Oh, yeah.
Benny's like halfway to Knoxville by this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Halfway!
So you all get into the elevator. Parker?
Looking miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Darlene hanging off his arm. Looking delighted.
At this point, Lady Aaron kind of like looks around and says, "So wait, I'm taking you all to become I don't... Izzy, I understand. Izzy seems like
we're just one big happy family, and I would leave
she?
it though.
You know, pointing over at Darlene, like, I know we met yesterday, but do you know anything of the secret world? Anything at all?
I'm clicking the button to go faster.
No, you guys are...
Yeah.
Like, no,
She's
in the
going
elevator,
to
hitting, like, the
lean
bottom
in and just
floor.
go, yeah, but the bootleggers and the rum runners. Yeah, that's what Pookie does. I'm his driver.
Oh.
But also his wife.
Oh, you poor thing.
Looking a little confused. Slightly offended, maybe. Wow. He didn't always look like this.
That's not what I mean.
Oh.
Lady, let's just focus on what's the task at hand.
All right, I suppose, but I feel like an unprepared mind might reel slightly at what they're about to see.
I believe if Parker didn't think she could handle it, Parker probably wouldn't have brought him. Right, Parker?
Yeah.
See,
Well, with that point of view, I suppose.
Poor Bo's over there sweating. He's like, oh god, get this over with.
So you arrive at the bottom, the obsidian gate.
Is that a pool?
You all.
This is for you and for Izzy. For God's sakes, only think about what Lady Aaron says to think about.
Okay. Is this like meditation? Is this a mind exercise?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So, I've described it multiple times, but a massive empty space with a collection of webs that stretch from one end to the other, some running horizontal, some vertical, some diagonal. Far too large to seem possible to exist. The sight of this alone, unprepared, is going to definitely call for a sanity check.
Wow,
So
this pole's weird as shit. I don't like this.
yeah, so Darlene and Izzy are both going to have to make sanity checks.
Okay, let me get out my second
Easy.
character sheet. It's okay. My sanity's kind of high.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay, let's see. Impressive. Fuck.
Actually, while I say she's fine, she's still going to have to take 1d6.
6.
Darlene
is not fine.
Yeah, she failed.
Yeah, 2d6 points of sanity damage.
Sanity
Great.
damage?
Sanity. Yeah, like I'm sanity
Yeah.
lost.
Oh, that's a 6. Yummy.
I think that's a 1, isn't it?
Is it?
No, it's always the highest.
Oh, it's a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's temporary insanity for Izzy.
When to go?
I've
Fun.
been there.
3
Mm-hmm.
and 5. Woohoo!
Also, temporary insanity. Because 5 points.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, sorry. You make an intelligence check and you try and fail it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
make an intelligence check, and I'll do the same for Izzy.
Fuck.
66?
Yeah, literally 4 points away.
So, did you succeed or did you fail?
Oh, I
She succeeded.
succeeded.
You succeeded.
Yes.
So she
Then-
failed.
So yeah, you failed.
Yes, yeah.
Because you're
That's-
trying
yeah.
you're trying not to understand what you see. It's one of the cases where being dumb is
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Oh, Darlene is kind of smart.
So yeah, you see it and you're
What's
like,
it?
oh,
You succeeded. Because you rolled
Yeah.
a 66.
which is
Yes,
which
which
is
just means
bad.
a failure.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. She's smart, which is a bad thing in this
Yeah,
situation.
you do take that 5 points of sanity damage.
Already marked
as you quickly come to terms with the fact that you are viewing a space that is far too
fuck,
large to exist with
I
your
did it again. I
understanding
marked
of
my
what
luck with my
world is.
my vice versa. Okay.
That's a 3. So she's actually read about this.
She's like, it's real.
And she spends the next 10 minutes of your walk babbling incoherently about books she's read that sort of like correlate to this.
She had a very similar response to Benny then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
She's not making a lot of sense right now. And
As she's going, I just want to be like, yep.
Yeah, yep.
You
yep,
don't
we know.
say.
Oh, shit now.
Oh, really? What's she talking about? I have no fucking clue.
So, Darlene,
Yes.
temporary insanity.
Really.
Do you want to roll a random thing, or do you want me to just give you a thing?
Hit me. I will let you give me a
Just
thing.
hit you with a thing. All right.
me
Let me look
pause
at the things that I can hit you
Your
with.
best shot.
Shouldn't.
Oh boy. What is the
Okay,
name?
go ahead, bro.
I'm scared.
Okay. Table X. You haven't actually started yet. have you?
Started.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait on you.
Okay, cool. Let me just really quickly roll a thing and see what we get.
27.
That's a is it? Yeah,
27.
27? Alright, cool. Okay.
I'm scared.
So, you really just want to go back to bed. Like, really just want to go back to bed and stay in bed. If this is what the world is...
Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia.
No, actually.
Oh.
It is...
Close. That's a staying indoors, but yeah.
Yeah, it's Clinomania. Excessive desire to stay in bed.
So me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in real life.
Most of us.
Yes. Right.
So, yeah, you just, that's the only safe place.
Started it.
No.
Under the covers.
Yep. No, Ben.
Away from all of this.
It's been started?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you... Okay, so... All right. Pookie, I want to go back home.
So that's going to cause some issues.
Yes.
As soon as you say that and as soon as you realize where you would rather be, a second branching path opens up.
Son of a bitch!
She's going to grab Parker's hand, start pulling it. Parker, we really need to go home.
Parker, you need to handle this.
He's going to bend down and scoop her up and just carry her.
Okay.
Tell her to think about London.
Yeah, at this point, Aaron says, London 86.
London 86. Everybody?
Everyone's going to think it, but Darlene.
Yeah. So every roughly 10 minutes or so along this walk, a second path opens up. And you're doing your best to kind of spot when you see it come down because that's
we can
the
see
home
it
path.
tap it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is eventually a point, however, where you don't see when it appears. It was too far off in the distance, and you arrive at a point where you have to either go left or right.
Anyone got a coin? Lady Aaron, which
I have no idea.
way does the heart desire?
I honestly couldn't tell you that. It's one of these two branching pathways, obviously.
No shit.
All right. Parker's going to try something.
Okay.
He's going to lean down and whisper to her. Oh, this is going to be cheesy as fuck.
Oh, no.
Oh, gross.
Delicious cheese.
Yes, yeah. That's awkward. He's going to whisper and just be like, try to remember where we first met. Just think about that for a little bit.
Okay.
See where the pathway changes.
All right. At that point, when that happens, the pathway to the right withers away, and another path appears, but you see it appear, and you know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
So you now have the correct pathway to walk.
All right. Just, I guess, readjust her. Keep going.
So you guys walk along. Eventually, you arrive.
Oh, God.
It's only another 20 minutes of walking after that. You arrive, and standing outside this, actually larger than most of the gates you've come across, and this with heavy wrought iron doors, actually, on one side. The interior side, so where you're going to, not the exterior inside the void. But standing in front of these large doors are two figures wearing long black trench coats and gas masks.
Do you know these people?
Yes, they're guarding the entrance.
Well, you do the talking.
Well, I mean, I know of them. I might know them. It's hard to tell.
Well, I believe you'll be doing the talking.
She walks over, has a quick conversation, has to reach into her bag and pull out one of her pauldrons and show them the insignia.
The one that she didn't throw into the void?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did she throw them all into the void?
Yeah,
she did,
she
didn't
did.
she? Oh boy, yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
So instead, she has a quick conversation with them, and one of them goes inside, and you guys basically just stand there for about 15 minutes. Eventually, that figure comes back, and the door is opened, and you all walk inside. On the other side,
Just drop it. No, I'm just kidding.
throw her into the void.
Yeah. Yeet.
So on the other side is a massive interior structure. Obviously not as big as where you just came from, but still pretty impressive. It seems almost temple-like. It's made of what looks like marble or sandstone. There are pillars, intricate artwork, stained glass windows, and it's just basically a corridor that you walk down, and eventually you are taken to a room cylindrical in shape. They essentially are at the bottom, and it's a tall room with a domed ceiling. And the floor, there is the Templar insignia, and there is a desk. Sitting behind the desk is an older-looking gentleman, and she says, "Everyone, this is the High Master of this temple." She gives a quick bow and says, "I would like to recommend these people to join our order." And you all have a fairly quick conversation with this older gentleman, who basically just like asks your name, writes them down on a piece of paper. It seems like Lady Erin's recommendation is enough to get you in, at the very least.
I so get recommended on my own. I'm not present for this.
Yeah, basically.
And there's one more, but he's coming later.
Yeah. So after that, he nods and says, "Well, I hope you all make good additions to our rank. If you would take them to the armory, Lady Erin," and you are all taken to a room that has a lot of different gear and equipment. It's in cases on walls. There are essentially like piles of like swords and things like that. Just a bunch of cool looking gear.
Nice.
She takes you to a short, stocky man with a wiry beard. And he introduces himself as Argos. And basically the system is that you're all given commendations for doing things for the Templar. Right now, because of Lady Erin's recommendation, you have one commendation, and that will let you get some lowish level gear or lowish tiered gear. Essentially like one piece of gear per commendation. You can gather them up and then, get something cooler, or you can spend them as you get them.
It's like Chuck E. Cheese ticket.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like the Templars Chuck E. Cheese.
It's like the marks. I'm thinking of like the marks of valor from World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
But you had like a fuck ton of them, and then you're like, oh yes, I want the gear set, please.
Yeah. pretty much. So, with that said, there are a few things that you could get. Essentially, you mentioned, she mentions that they have one commendation to Argos, who nods his head and gathers up some stuff, lays it out on a table in front of you all, and says, "This is what you can pick from. Just one thing though, just one of them." So on the table there is a cloak, which as soon as it's set on the table, takes the color and texture of the wood that it's sitting on.
We're playing D&D now.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, we shifted over now.
That's the Cloak of Elven Kind if I've ever seen it.
I had that. Hey.
He describes this as the Cloak of Chameleon Skin.
It's the Cloak of Elven Kind if I've ever seen it.
Chameleon cloak.
So, beside that is a fairly ordinary looking mace. He says,
Straight just a mace.
Yeah, this is just a mace. I don't know why it's here.
I'll put this here. Everything else is magic bow. I'll take the mace.
Yeah, I want the mace.
So he says, "This is a flaming mace. Pretty standard enchantment, to be honest. You think the mental command and it catches fire. It can be done twice an hour. And the final thing on the table is a not necessarily super intricate, but well-designed looking masquerade mask.
What is?
And he says, and this one right here is an interesting one. This is the Mask of Voices. It allows you to perfectly mimic a voice that you've heard, as long as you've heard that voice speaking for roughly an hour over the course of the last year.
Interesting.
I just want to push my way to the front and grab the fucking mace. I'm just going to be like, yeah, right. And just
Alright,
pick
so
that shit up.
just so you guys know, you have one commendation to spend among all of you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so you kind of have to decide as a group.
All right, now we're
Benny,
gonna get
you're
it.
not present for
Yeah.
this, so...
Parker's got his arms full right now, literally.
I think the mace is the best. I'm not here for it.
I think the mask is cool as shit, but
I think the mace
Parker
is the
really
best
wouldn't.
bet.
and just so you know, this stuff is cycling, so there's no guarantee that when you get your next commendation, any of this will be here. We might have a ton of crap, or there might be something really good.
I think the mace
I
is
think
best
the
bet.
cloak is a no-go. Because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can get in any situation we need to get into. Being invisible, not our style.
You got
I
a
obviously
point
put forward to the mace. Like I'll be happy, so.
Also, I don't think Bo would fit in the cloak.
there. Yeah, probably not.
I'm not,
We
saying
just
I'm not
see,
even
like-
saying for myself. I'm
Yeah.
just saying like the cloak in general just doesn't
Yeah.
seem.
We see a sliver of
This
Bo and like
This
legs.
is not my opinion. This is not my choice.
Yeah.
So
You go for it.
Look,
Get the
with
mace.
the cloak, I don't think I'd be.
Okay, so the cloak is vetoed.
Yes, no cloak. I'm okay with the
unless
mace.
unless we have metagaming pigeons around. Metagaming pigeon says go for the mace.
I think the mace is okay. Because I mean, let's just say
See, I like the mace because you kind of blanded the mace off doing the cool shit. So I want the fucking mace.
Pick the mace. Cool.
Alright, so you all have a quick conversation.
straight up no. I say Bo
Izzy-
just pushed his way forward and
Izzy
grabbed
and
the mace.
Darlene, I imagine, don't really have much say in this. So,
Darlene has no idea what the fuck's happening.
If anything, I would have only talked to Parker about him.
okay.
Like,
Yeah, it's like I'm grabbing the mace.
They didn't get a commendation. We did.
Pretty much.
I feel like I look
True.
at Parker and so, like, look at the mace and feel like, I think I'm gonna grab that.
Parker just nods.
Alright,
Look at the other
so
ones and be like,
you now have this mace with a mental command, which you don't necessarily need a command word or anything. You just, like, I
Think
want
it.
this thing to catch on fire
Yeah.
now. If
Flame
you-
on.
Do you do that?
sure.
Okay, as soon as you do, the mace, which looks like I
Blows
said,
up.
barely, it explodes in your
Well
hand.
split,
Shrapnel
bro.
kills everyone.
If anything, that's a bow moment.
No, it catches fire. The entirety from the end of where the leather handle strap is, the steel above that, all the way to the top, just bursts into bright blue flame. You can feel the heat from it on your hand. It's pretty damn hot, but it doesn't burn you.
Remember Isaac's weapon from D&D?
Yeah.
Literally that.
But do I actually need to remember how to use it?
Huh?
I said, as long as I remember, I actually have to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, mechanically speaking, and I'll give this paper to you in a minute to write it down, it does 1d8 damage plus your damage bonus plus 1. And then if you hit someone while it's doing its flamey thing, it does an extra 1d6 plus burn damage.
Shit, son.
Which, burn damage is an entirely different thing, which the target has to roll a luck roll to avoid catching fire. Otherwise, they take minimum burn damage,
Let's hope
doubled
we
each
fight
round until
scarecrows.
extinguished.
Nice. Remember that time we fought IG-88 in Star Wars and he caught us all on... Right?
My thing is, I'm hoping
Harlow was on fire, rolling on the ground, like, put me
But-
out.
I'm hoping the boss is a bunch of scarecrows. We're just gonna walk through.
It's like the whole damn field on fire.
But
It's terrifying. The entire field is on fire and Bo's just in the background, just like...
cool ass weapon now. Congratulations,
Yes.
Bo.
So, you're now members of the Templar. You actually do get, you don't get like an armor set, but you get some insignias, tabards, things like that you can wear if you'd like. They, you don't have to represent, but you can if you want to.
Fuck that.
They stand for some pretty cool stuff, but I doubt any of you care all that much. You're more about saving the world and less about ideals.
Yeah.
This is all cool and shit.
Parker's like, I just want things to go back to the way they were. I remember when the worst thought I had was getting shot in the face. Now it's getting my face chewed off by some ungodly creature that I'd never even heard of.
Well, I'm holding it, so I'm gonna find my Benny's gonna fucking trip when he sees this.
So, on that note, you guys have had quite a bit of time to shine. Benny, you arrive back home, or near back home at the very least.
How near?
You're not sure, actually. You're from around here, but you're not from around here exactly. So when you get out of the portal, which happens to be located at the bottom of a church in the crypt,
Interesting.
You make your way to the top. It's kind of a horrifying moment at first when you arrive, because you are underneath a sarcophagus, essentially, and you have to push it out of the way. You can see a crack of light, and you have to push it out of the way, but it's also surprisingly light, and you think it's probably fake, not actual stone, otherwise it would be way too heavy to push. So you make it out of the church, which is abandoned, and you find yourself in the street, just on the street of a normal city.
Not the city I know.
No, not the city you know. Where is that city, by the way?
It's Knoxville.
Oh yeah, Knoxville. You've said that a few times. Yeah, it's actually Sweetwater.
No!
I'm gonna
30 minutes
I
away.
would try to find, because it's 1:30.
Yeah.
Because they're working at a different. I had a 30-minute head start on them, an hour head start on them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just kind of stop someone on the street and ask them what time it is.
Yeah.
I don't ask them what time it is. Ask them what city I'm in.
Yeah, what city you're in. You get told that you are in Nashville.
That's about 3 hours away.
My car.
Yeah, by car. Well,
You didn't
about an hour, about 2.5 hours from Knoxville.
Assuming there's an interstate, which there isn't.
Oh no, there isn't.
No.
You get a dirt road.
So I'm on my way to.
You thought Knoxville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we found out that this is the closest pool,
Which is inconvenient.
which is inconvenient.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call a taxi.
Okay. You call a taxi. You get a drive.
Knoxville.
Yeah. You get a ride to Knoxville.
That's gonna be an expensive as shit taxi.
Oh yeah.
Even for that time.
When you tell them where you're going, he's like, "You sure you don't want to take a bus?"
Honestly, yeah. You know what? I'll take a train.
Okay.
Take a train.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably quicker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was
Definitely.
I was
thinking.
gonna say by cab. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I'll take a train.
Yes.
That guy's gonna. I mean, even the guy making the money is like, "Are you sure?" I don't know why
I had
he has that accent, but everyone does.
I had a brain fart. I forgot trains existed.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
crazy that they're faking
forget.
now.
He wants to go to McGee
forget
Tyson
most.
Airport.
Yeah, I forgot trains existed. I'll take a train instead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you take a train. You do have to wait a little while for the train to arrive, and it takes you about 2 hours after the train to.
Oh wait,
get-
you said Nashville. Never mind. That's not. For some reason, I had it flipped. I was like, he's from Nashville. He's in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it takes you about two hours to get there. You finally arrive, and I imagine take a cab to the family's.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
This costed under $50, correct?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But did it cost about $25? Because I might have to dip into my funds.
I don't really think so. No.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
I think the most expensive thing would be the cab fare,
Yeah.
and that wouldn't be that bad.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
So, You arrive. You see, actually, sitting on the front porch. I'd say your estate probably doesn't have a fence. It's a farm, so you've got a really nice farmhouse. But there's no like fence or gate or anything. Paved driveway. Probably like mangrove trees going up or something like that.
A bunch of fields.
Yeah.
But
all right. So after the train ride and
walking up the plantation.
You are walking up to the plantation. You can see sitting on the porch in a rocking chair, sort of sipping on a beer, watching you approach, is your father, Leviticus Pemberton, not Cornwall.
Well, hello there, Father.
Hello, Benedict.
I came to talk about the Illuminati.
Well,
Nice to see you too.
yeah, exactly. Well, it's nice to see you too. Here, come, have a seat. There's a chair beside him.
I would rather stand if that's okay.
Well, if you want to be uncomfortable, then that is your prerogative.
But what do you know about the Illuminati?
It's a long story. It's not necessarily a pleasant story either. To summarize, I spent a good sum of money when the draft was going around to make sure that you didn't have to take a part in that.
But you were not affiliated with them.
Well, I have had done other dealings with them, but I'm not a member.
Well, what information are you willing to share?
For free?
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Get off my phone.
Obviously not for free.
Well, what are you willing?
State your terms,
All right.
and we can negotiate.
I can either gather information for you, talking to the people that I know, and asking some pointed questions, or I can arrange a meeting with someone that can give you information.
And what is the catch?
You have to return home. I won't live forever. Someone needs to look after the estate.
Well,
And with your brother-in-law so recently deceased.
Don't worry, he's gonna get a new one.
well,
Oh no. Parker just...
Yeah.
I'm a farm boss now.
Unfortunately, I cannot do that at this moment.
Oh, I'm not saying right now. I just want you to drop your silly dreams of being a magician and actually settle down.
Ooh, ouch. Your silly little dreams. I remember when my dad told me that.
Well, how about you organize a meeting with someone, and when I am done with my business in New York, I will come back home so you can retire, and if I'm lucky, drink yourself to death.
Holy fuck.
Damn. He grimaces a little bit. Just, boy, I am your father. And that affords me at least a modicum of respect.
I believe it was you that said respect is earned.
Damn.
Shakes his head and says, I accept these terms. I don't want to make this into an argument.
Well, how about you get on the phone with someone right now?
It's not that easy. I don't have a number I can call and say, excuse me, is this the Illuminati? I need to talk to you. I'll need to arrange a meeting. It'll take a couple of months.
The poor woman that has to connect that call.
But I'll be killed for knowing your existence.
Operator, I need you to connect me to the
Unfortunately,
Illuminati.
I may not have months.
Just like pulls out the little plug and puts it into one with just the pyramid eye.
Yeah. She just steps away.
But unfortunately, I may not have months.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not in a position to do this any quicker than that.
Then it looks like I do not have to come back now, does it?
That's how deals work. If you don't like them on my end, then I know we have had our differences in the past, but is it so much to ask for you to take over what we have here? Otherwise, it goes to waste.
You see, the problem with that is I hate this place. It reminds me of all the awful shit you did.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, wait a second. Is he being uncharacteristically nice?
Might be.
I'm gonna roll psychology.
Can I roll a psychology check?
Yeah.
Okay. He feels like uncharacteristic. I've built him up. And this is not the way I like.
You expected him to be a complete asshole to you.
That is a hard.
All right. You definitely notice that he is being weirdly nice. The only real like snarky comment he made so far
was the respect thing.
The respect thing, and also the whole stop chasing the silly dreams and settle down.
Are you dying, old man?
He laughs and shakes his head. I never could keep a secret from you.
Holy fuck.
I was like, I know this is what's happening.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. This dish is spicy.
Yeah.
I have enough time to arrange the meeting, but not much more than that.
Well,
That's what the doctor tells me, at least.
is it TB?
Are you dying of hatred?
It's a slow, painful death.
All right, Arthur Morgan, let's see what happens. Is he going to change his ways?
Well, how long do you have?
About half a year.
Well, unfortunately, I don't really have a whole lot of time before I need information now, unfortunately.
I can do my best, but I don't really have much sway with the people that you're trying to talk to. Money, of course, can grease a lot of wheels. It only goes so far. These people are incredibly paranoid. I could tell you what I know right now, but there's not much.
And would the information that you know right now
It's that one song.
still require my promise of taking over the estate?
How about this? I tell you what I know. And also try and facilitate a meeting. But you give me time to do that. I might be able to do it within a month. But it will take a lot out of what we have left. The medical bills have been expensive.
So you're giving me a farm a plantation that's being run to the ground?
It's not run to the ground yet, but if I'm going to try and contact these people within a month, it very well might.
Against my better judgment, you have yourself a deal.
All right. What precisely are you trying to learn? I'll tell you what I can if I know.
Well, I want to know what exactly is going on in North Brother Island.
As far as I know, it's a hospital of some kind.
Well, since you're dying anyways, that is not true. They are holding experiments down there, and I apparently was one of the chosen few.
So it sounds to me like you know more than I do on that subject. Are you sure you don't want to sit down?
No, I'm fine. It's been a long few months. I found out that magic is real.
He raises an eyebrow. And you've been on the road doing your stage shows for how long now?
4 years?
And
3 years. 3 years.
you just now realize that what you're doing isn't just your imagination.
First off, old man, you know as well as I do that that takes real talent to do what I do.
Listen, wiggling your fingers in a funny way and deceiving people, that's not talent. Talent.
He really wants me to shoot him.
You're like that scene out of Game of Thrones.
Oh, Tyrion Lannister you're at. I promise you, old man.
Talent is building yourself up from nothing.
And Granddad did that.
He just like looks at you and you can tell you're about to cross a line.
And apparently, you ran it into the dirt.
Now listen here.
What are you gonna do? Cough on me?
Yeah, he does start to cough, and it sounds pretty rough. He's
getting worked up.
Yeah, he's getting worked up. You can see his face is turning a bit red. You know just as well as I do that I worked my ass off to keep this place afloat.
At the expense of your children.
Everything I did for you. You and your sisters. I kept a roof over your head after your mother passed.
Well, it's not quite the same as being there.
Would you rather us have lived in the dirt and the mud?
That's what I've been doing for the last few years. It's not that bad.
Clearly you're suited to it.
Ouch.
Like, instinctively, like, reach for the gun. And then, like, realize better.
Arthur hand.
Yeah. Like, I was wondering when this facade would end. You're still a bitter old man.
Only because you pushed me to it. I tried to be cordial with you.
You tell you
You.
yeah,
You.
yeah no I'm trying to think of it.
Oh. Man, this is bringing up
You
some
get-
childhood memories I'm not locking.
Well, you get in touch with whoever the hell you need to get in touch with, and you letting me know.
Alright, I want you to roll would it be a negotiation?
Be
What is-
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, I started to say, it's like, there's one of those.
There's no
It's
negotiation.
Yeah.
one of them skills.
One of them.
What is it, 36? That
30,
is a hard.
Hard?
Oh, 27.
It's not good.
Listen. That deal is... I don't know if it's still on the table, considering how you've been acting. Clearly, if you care so little for this place, then I may as well just burn it down, collect the insurance, and live my final days somewhere warm.
I do reach for
Was-
the gun,
What is it?
but I don't
Is
like
it
pull it
Haiti?
out.
Huh?
Was it Haiti?
Yeah.
Tahiti? Something. Where is it?
Tahiti. Playing Dutch.
So at first my mind went Bahamas, then I'm like, fuck, 1920s. I don't know if that's a thing yet.
Like,
By-
do we
point-
have the ability to go there by boat at this point?
By this point, I
Good question.
am like
So eager to play a system in modern day just so I don't have to think about that shit all the time.
Did we have
Hand-
connections to the Bahamas at that
hand,
point?
hand in jacket on gun, but it's like not pulled out yet.
Yeah.
Do not renege on our deal.
Why shouldn't I?
Because I'm not the same scared kid I was.
What are you gonna do? Shoot me?
Punk.
Bitch!
I'm dying anyway.
Pulling the gun out of my...
You'd be doing me a favor.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And I know how much you would hate to do that.
Ooh.
I'm going to stare at him. And I'm going to, like, hold the gun towards him.
Mm-hmm. He opens up his jacket and just kind of like taps his heart.
I want to hold the gun towards him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say, kill yourself. And I'm using Dominate Mind.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Fuck, dude.
All right. Go ahead and roll yourself a wow. All right.
Question.
Two things.
I start to say he's going to
That-
take sanity.
Is
Yes. Big time.
That is a success.
Okay. What level of success?
Regular success.
Regular success. All right.
Big ouch.
He grabs the gun out of your hand, puts it in his mouth and pulls the trigger. There is a resounding clap, and he falls to the floor. And I want you to roll a sanity check.
That's a fail.
You just watched someone kill themselves that you commanded them to do.
Yes.
Holy
so
shit.
First off,
Fuck. Second off,
I took the point.
First off, that felt incredibly good.
Also, Benny's first kill
Yes, yeah.
was his fucking dad.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That felt... It felt amazing. And you find yourself almost wanting to do it more. But also, you're going to take 1d20 points of sanity.
Do we have a d20?
Fuck. Yeah, I was trying to say, I was like, the one that you said I didn't need.
Yeah. I didn't expect this.
Points of sanity?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's one of those things that's like, it doesn't happen very often, but
it's good.
you just used a spell to kill...
Not just someone, your own father.
Yes.
Granted, he was not a very good man. Oh, sorry, I got the hiccups. But...
You lose 13 points of sanity.
Straight up, I thought you were going to roll a nat 20, and I was like...
Since it's the 20s,
is that indefinite insanity?
That's 100% indefinite insanity.
All right.
25.
Well, that's no bueno.
Indefinite insanity.
All right.
Me to roll the D100 for it.
Or are you going to choose?
I think maniacal laughter would be a good choice here.
I agree. With a hint, a definite hint of insanity.
Yeah.
And we pan out. You see Benny standing in front of his father's corpse, pulling at his hair, his eyes almost bulging, and laughing like a loon.
The cleanup crew just the maids are sweeping away from Benny.
But
and distant sirens.
It was suicide.
Straight up, this person looking out the window is just like, yeah, basically.
So the sirens,
Yes.
I think, is where we left
Yes,
off.
that's where we left off. However, jump cutting forward, because you guys, you get your artifact and you basically you go back home at that point, unless you have something you want to do here. They have like training grounds and stuff like that.
No.
Actually, Lady Erin would speak to the two of you in private.
All right.
And say, there has been something that I've been meaning to ask.
Go ahead.
The girl that you are, that's boarding at your house, Shay. I believe it might be for the best if she were to stay here.
Why is that?
Well, we had a talk last night. She told me that there was an attempt to kidnap her.
Who hasn't?
Of course, it is up to you.
It was just a close call. We don't really
You don't expect any...
know you very well.
Yes, I understand that. But certainly you can see that this is a safe place for her to stay. I'm not saying you wouldn't be able to see her. I'm just saying that if there is a second attempt...
How do we know there's not someone within your ranks who is also going to make an attempt?
Well, considering with what happened with Neiman, that is a fair point, but...
I would like to discuss this with Parker alone.
I understand. she steps out of the room.
Well, bro, they're trying to... Child Protective Services is stealing our daughter. No!
I don't really trust them. The first time we meet them, there's a rat in the nest.
It's very true.
But they got through all this high rankings they have here, easily slipped through. Maybe if we just try to take her more with us, or maybe keep someone at the house to watch her, or update security, or something in that terms. Because I don't trust them.
I don't trust him either, but... Maybe we need to keep an eye on him and see. Because if it does get to a point where we just can't keep her at home, we can't keep her safe at Benny's, then it might be our only choice.
Maybe in long term, but as of now, that I don't trust them.
I agree.
Lady Erin,
This is around the time when
you can come back now.
When Leviticus shoots himself in the face.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably. Right about now.
Yeah.
I feel a
walk here,
disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
You hear all of the distant gunshot all the way from fucking Knoxville.
Question, would we hear laughing?
No, way too far away.
Yeah, too far away. Although it would be a fun moment.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too far. Benny doesn't have that mental prowess.
I don't know, he had that mythos. It travels across the...
No, I want to
Everyone's
go
like,
The
tell her to
chords
come
of
back in.
reality echo with that gunshot.
Yeah.
I'll tell her to come back
Yeah,
in.
she comes back in and
Oh.
she says, "So, what have you decided?"
Maybe in time, but there's no trust right now.
Question. Do you trust me?
Bo and Parker like... Ugh.
Well, you have more trust
Me
gained
personally.
than anyone else here.
What if I suggested that I could stay... of course, it's presumptuous of me to ask this, but to stay...
Stay at the house.
to stay at the house and look after her personally.
Parker's like, my bedroom.
I'm like, why didn't you say that before? Like, turn the shoulder to it. 'Cause
I understand if you don't trust our organization, considering what happened with Neiman, but I believe that she may be sought after. Not just for whatever purpose the cult wants.
Do
Someone
you-
with that sort of power.
and
Is,
do you think that yourself alone can protect her?
I'm certainly better than leaving her alone for an entire month.
Damn.
Yeah, Parker's gonna kind of...
What was that?
Shoot him.
You just hear that in the distance.
Yeah, shoot her.
Dominate mine.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Shoot yourself.
yeah, shoot her, Parker.
We did what we had to do.
Roll. Let's see.
We went to the source that was trying to take her to cut it off early.
And did you succeed?
Well, we got a lot of information.
But you didn't succeed.
No,
I would say your next line of questioning might be why they haven't already tried again.
That's a fair statement.
yeah. As we're saying this, I'm like, we left her alone again.
Shit.
We keep doing that.
Well,
You get back, she's gone.
Fuck!
I say you can come stay, but just to be upfront about it, there will be eyes on you.
I understand.
There'll be eyes on you. Slick back the hair. Wink.
Slick back the hair that I
Yeah.
don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your buzz cut. Slick back. your
Benny's
buzz cut.
going through his own things right
Then
now.
I go to the goatee I don't
Yeah.
have.
In spirit, Benny is like, eyes on you.
Benny's
She gets the
laughing
closest.
hysterically as the cops pull up to see what's happening.
Yeah.
We heard a gunshot.
But you can come stay.
All right.
But I just don't trust all of this.
I understand. Hopefully, if you spend some time in this organization, you may come to realize that while there may be one or two bad apples in the bunch, for the most part, we're doing good in the world.
Hopefully.
Oh, also, a final note. There is an extensive library, so if you need to do any research on things that you are dealing with, then there is that. It's probably the best resource for information gathering that you can find.
Bo don't do much reading.
That's
Parker does.
How many comic books do you like?
Yeah.
Do you have any
we
comic-
actually have an entire collection of
That's it, we're all
withheld
living here.
comic books.
He said, yeah, not only is Shay staying here, but we're also staying
Fuck
here
the
now.
mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, written by a madman. They contain ancient, archaic lore and couldn't be printed.
Well, that's
The plot line's very interesting.
Yeah. That plot
That's,
twist in volume 27, mind-boggling.
Literally.
Going
Literally, it will
definite.
send your perception of reality reeling.
well, that's good to know. But we should probably getting back now.
I understand, and I suppose I'll come along.
I suppose.
I guess so.
Everyone
sounds-
sounding mildly annoyed by that. Nobody liked that.
Yeah. She's like, damn, dudes.
And he's like, why the fuck do we keep
Yeah, we can't go to this motherfucking gate without bringing someone along. Every fucking time. Someone who comes with this damn date.
I like to point out we're almost as bad about pack bonding in Call of Cthulhu as we were in Star Wars.
The thing is, half the time we don't even mean to.
Yeah. To be fair, I kind of shoved a couple NPCs on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think I shoved Shay. You guys straight up adopted Shay.
Mm-hmm.
That was entirely your guys' choice.
I was outvoted.
Yeah. Lady
Well, yeah,
Erin, that's like honestly that's the only like logical thing.
And Andre.
We
kind of brought him
Andre's
along.
not staying.
Yeah,
I mean, Andre,
but we
you brought
did bring
back.
him. Yeah, we brought him along.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
brought
so
him
I say,
out of fucking Brazil. He's not staying with you guys.
Dudes, imagine if we'd gone back and we just find this Andre-shaped corpse. Like, yeah, that's totally his clothes. Just curled up inside the...
So I thought we start to head back now. Since Shay is about herself.
All right, so yeah, you guys head back. So we'll cut back to Benny.
Still
So, yeah, still laughing, but you come to your senses to a point, and you hear sirens approaching.
do I see them?
You hear sirens approaching right now.
Gotta get out of town.
I'm
There's
going.
the still warm corpse of your father laying on the floor in front of you.
Uber Eats right here.
Do I know how long that spell takes?
Consume likeness? About a day.
Could have just something.
So I'm going to kind of like.
Of course, if the authorities come, first off, you'll probably be questioned. While they might rule suicide, then you'd have to get the body out of the morgue.
I am going.
Still in his truck and this.
Yeah, I'm going to like.
Family custom dictates we bury him in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on an estate, that's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to like stumble down the stairs.
Okay.
I'm still probably.
Oh, you are trembling.
Yeah, still.
Riding the
Since
high.
it's still probably,
Damn.
off.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna
I
just
spiked
kind of
coffee this morning.
just kind of wait for them.
Yeah. So
Trying to like compose myself enough to like talk.
you stand there waiting, looking out to the street, hearing the sirens, and then they fade away. Not fading into the distance, but they
Turn them off?
They
Or-
just fade
Oh.
quickly, and you're not sure they were ever there.
Can I roll a reality check?
You can if you want, yeah.
Good. That is intelligence I'm rolling against, right?
No, sanity.
Say no. Jesus.
That's a 6.
It's a 6.
Yeah. You're pretty sure that there were no sirens. You just in that moment you thought, I just killed my father, the police are showing up.
I don't get to improve my sanity.
No.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was an intelligence and I was like, mark that shit. No, never mind.
Like, try to compose myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, just, grab him by the collar.
Mm-hmm.
And the door is unlocked, right?
Yes, it
I
is.
wanna-
He was sitting on the porch.
Drag him inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to loudly say, "Hello?"
Silence.
Man, we really were broke. I want to just, leave him there for a moment.
Yeah. Blood pooling on the floor.
I'm going to, grab a towel and, wrap it around him.
All right.
I'm going to grab another towel and try to clean up the blood on the porch.
Okay. It mostly smears.
Yeah.
But,
That
yeah,
bucket of
it's
wash.
it's not polished. The porch is...
Is it what?
Huh?
White? Is it painted white?
The floor isn't. The floor is pine or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's also not stained.
We're gonna need bleach. We're gonna need brush for this.
Yeah, the blood at that point has already kind of soaked into the wood a little bit.
So it's gonna be.
I'm gonna go back inside and really loudly. Is anyone here?
Silence.
God damn it, old man. I'm gonna go look for bleach.
Okay. Bleach probably existed. In the
I was trying to say, I was like,
1920s. Clorox?
Ammonia.
Yeah.
They had
bleach and ammonia?
Ammonia definitely existed because that's how they made mustard gas.
yes, yeah.
So I'm going to go look for something like that. Something to clean the blood.
You find something
Yeah.
to clean the blood
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
bleach is a thing. Yes.
I'm throwing my jacket off, unloosening the tie.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking cleaning the porch.
Yeah.
With
So
the ammonia.
we get a view of Benny looking fully manic, hair just a fucking mess, blood splatter, by the way.
Yeah.
Face just splattered and specked with blood. Some of it up in his hair, kind of almost a hair product to a point. It's spiked up in places. His shirt untucked, obviously. Jacket off.
Power off.
Power
That too.
off.
Power
Damn.
off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm going to... it's
And-
good, right?
It's better. It's certainly better. It might not stand up to a full examination if someone's like, "Hey, where did this murder happen?" They
fine.
might be
Glance
able to
at the
find
big
evidence.
stain on the
For
porch.
temporary...
For temporary purposes, somebody would walk by it and be like, "Oh, that's unsightly," and
Yeah.
continue going on.
Yeah.
It's not like that's obviously blood.
Yeah.
For temporary
Move the
purposes,
rocking
we're
chair
good.
over the blood.
I'm going to go inside. I'm going to lock the door.
Okay.
Lock the deadbolt. And then
have himself a feast.
I'm going to do a quick double check around the little estate house,
All right.
farmhouse, to see if anyone's actually here.
Okay. So you begin walking around.
Yeah. I'm trying to get attention. I'm like, "Hello, is anyone here?"
Yeah. You're calling out, trying to get someone's attention. As you're walking around the estate, someone walking on the sidewalk,
No, I'm walking around my
Inside.
house.
Oh, inside. I thought you were
Yeah.
walking
No,
around the
fuck no.
edges. Okay.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Just the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah. It seems like no one's home.
Well, damn, we're broke.
Yeah.
Those medical bills, man.
Yeah, medical bills are
Can
expensive.
relate. They suck.
I'm going to drag his body
Mm-hmm.
to the kitchen.
Okay.
Is there a table there?
Yes. There's not a table in the kitchen.
Dining room.
Yeah. In the dining room, there
I'm
is a
going
table.
to-
It looks like it's set. Kind of a momentary not maybe even sadness, just kind of melancholy. You see that it is set for two.
Damn.
I'm gonna put the food like off to the side.
Yeah.
And
There's no food yet.
Yeah,
It's just like the
plates.
plates.
Yeah, just the
They
dish.
just fucking just sweep him off.
Okay.
Into
And
the
I'm
floor.
going to drag his body onto the table.
Okay.
Is Leviticus a big man?
Huh?
He
He's about
is.
my height.
He was a bigger man.
I started to say, was he portly? Like,
He
He's probably poorly.
he wasn't necessarily. When I say he was a bigger man, I mean that he has lost a considerable
Gotcha.
considerable amount of weight since the last time you saw him.
sick.
And I am going to prepare to cast Consume Likeness.
All right. So there isn't actually a roll to see if you can cast it.
I just cast.
However,
You do have to
it
spend.
has been almost a week
Yeah, about a week.
since you actually had the notes
Mhm.
accessible to you. You do still have the mostly ruined Journal of Grayla, but mostly ruined.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm going to need you to roll an intelligence check to see if you can properly remember the procedure to cast
I
the
hate
spell.
everything about you.
You do.
Ooh.
With a 19, you do. You do remember, and it's been burned into your brain. Ever since you lost that, you knew that you would need to cast the spell soon before you forgot the essential details.
Yeah. And I'm going to cast Consume Likeness
All right.
on my father.
Yes.
Well, this is awkward.
So, it takes about an hour to set everything up. There are certain sigils that need to be drawn, etched into the flesh with a knife. It's a gruesome process. It's
I'm also fucking crazy.
even,
Now's the time to do it.
yeah, even with your ebbing sanity, it's still hard to do. Not necessarily because he's your father, but just because you're carving into a body.
person, yeah.
Yeah, you are carving into a person, and then you have to carve the same sigils into yourself.
That's fine.
Yikes. Ouch.
I'm a crazy person right now.
You are crazy.
It's like just like unbuttoning my shirt and just
When it's finally done, you begin muttering the incantations to cast the spell, repeating them and repeating them until it seems like those words are the only things that exist. Those words, the sigils, the corpse in front of you. And after a very long time, you wake from a trance and see laying on the counter not your father, but a skeleton that looks like it's been picked clean. Eaten.
I have the power.
By who or what? Check your face.
I'm gonna like
Stamp.
I want a reality check, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a reality check.
I know that I don't have to eat this fucking body. I literally asked 8 times.
Did you ever receive a solid answer?
That is a success.
Okay.
Was it intelligence? It's intelligence for sanity check.
For
For a reality check, it's intelligence. I literally asked like 100 a
Is
few
it?
weeks ago.
I thought you just
No,
said
it's a
I thought
sanity.
you just said a
Oh,
sanity
but then I
check.
failed.
yeah,
100%
Yeah, you
failed.
just did one for a sanity check.
still damp.
Okay, well, that's
Your mouth has the distinct taste of iron.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Your gorge rises a little.
Oh, what?
You know, you feel like you're about to throw up.
Oh. I'm gonna run to the sink
Mm-hmm.
to see if I have to throw up.
Okay.
And if not, I'm gonna try to wipe my face.
Okay.
See if there's any blood.
Yeah, your hand comes away, you see, smeared with blood.
Cool. Benny's a psychopath.
Straight up cannibalism, possibly.
Is there a mirror?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the-
definitely. There is a mirror somewhere in this house, and you would
I'm
know
gonna
where
go
it is.
check
Okay.
to see
You
what
are-
I look like.
You are covered in blood. Not like there is some blood on you. You are a figure that is mostly blood.
Like soaked
And
in
as
it.
you wipe your face, you don't see your face. You see your father.
Cool. Well, looks like the spell worked. I guess I may have accidentally eaten him.
I may have.
That was not the plan.
Man, they really meant consume.
I need to roll the d20 now, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That you
Tasty.
do. That you do.
Eight.
not
Oh,
bad.
thank God.
Hey,
Half. Correct.
yeah, you take half.
Nice. Delicious.
Off to a good
Just
start.
like
It's-
Leviticus, it was delicious.
It is.
Which again-
Leviticus. A
Delicious Leviticus.
Is there? I will take a mania
Uh-huh.
if it is related to the thing at hand.
You know, I will give you a mania. Because I feel like you deserve one.
Yeah.
But we did some research, and I now have a blutomania, which is the compulsion to wash oneself.
Yes.
So I think we're getting ready to wrap up, anyways. Correct?
We're
Are we?
getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Well, I'm going to immediately go
Yeah.
into the nearest shower
Yeah.
and start to scrub.
Okay.
And then when I'm done scrubbing,
Uh-huh.
Gonna
to
scrub some more?
what I think is good,
Yeah.
scrub some more.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to try to clean this this house.
All right.
And then scrub some more, my scrub
Yeah,
clean.
yeah,
just-
exactly. So, like, you spend about 2 hours in the shower, watching as the water circles the drain, going down red, then pink, then finally clear, and then you continue to scrub until your hands are raw. Then you go and wash the apartment to the best
The
of your
house.
ability.
The house.
Sorry,
Yeah.
not the apartment. I don't
Estate.
know why I said that. The estate.
Because I said apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I live in one.
Yeah. IRL, yes.
So you wash the house to the best of your ability, and after doing so realize that you need to wash again. You spend another 2 hours in the shower, this time scrubbing so much that there's a sting and your hands begin to bleed. And after all of that, you still have the skeletal corpse laying on the table to deal with.
Wait.
Is there a shovel around?
Oh yeah, there are shovels. There's a shed.
I would assume that we are buried in the plantation.
Oh yeah, probably.
And I'm going to go there
Uh-huh.
and bury my father.
All right.
And then scrub some more.
And then scrub
scrub
some
some
more.
more.
Yeah, because you're filthy.
Bury him next to
Mom, under the oak tree.
mom, next to grandpapa, under the oak tree.
And you do. And the strangest thing is, when you're done with everything, it's easily 9, 10 at night. The sun has set. And yet you're not hungry.
I hate you so much right now.
Interesting.
I'm going to go in.
Magic has a price.
That it do.
I'm going to go in, and I'm going to call Dr. Gray.
Okay.
Boy.
So, you call. The phone rings. Eventually, you hear a slightly haggard, "Hello?
Yes, is this Dr. Gray?
Yes. Benny?
Yes. I may need some help.
What do you need help with?"
I don't think I'm right in the head.
Alright, so you need some psychiatric help.
Probably, yeah.
I can arrange something.
Do you, are my associates back?
Yes, they returned a couple of hours ago.
And they're not with you?
No, I believe they're at your home.
Well, could you, call them and tell them to come to the Pemberton plantation. Bo knows where it's at.
I will do that. Is everything okay? You sound...
No, not everything is not okay. Everything is decidedly not o-fucking-K.
Break it out right now.
I love it. I love it a lot. All right, so you all get called by Dr. Gray, who tells you that Benny, he seems to be in some sort of trouble. He said that he's at the Pemberton plantation. I don't know what went wrong, but he seems
Let me immediately
very distressed.
grabbing everybody. We're going.
Shoving them in the elevator. Get your asses in there. Yes. Press that button.
So, you all arrive, and you leave immediately.
Immediately.
What are you doing with Shane? Are you? I take
Lady
it,
Aaron,
Aaron.
I'm
watch
gonna
this.
ask Lady Aaron, like, we gotta go now. You can stay with her. If you take her, we will hunt you down, and we will settle that shit in the future. Or you can come with us now, but we have to leave right now.
Do you need my help?
Listen, there's no time to really talk. Either you're in or you're out. I don't know what we're going into.
I think I'll stay with Shay and look after her.
Like, very wary eyes, but kind of got other shit on
If
my
you want me to
Say,
come
fuck
along,
it,
then we
just
can
go.
bring her with. I don't
I
want to
left
leave her
midway through
alone.
I left midway through that conversation.
Okay.
Hey,
But fine. I didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Yeah. Is Darlene still suffering from...
No, I think it's passed by now.
I'm just like running through this, gathering everybody and just going straight for it.
All right. So,
Are you coming with Parker?
Parker will come with.
yeah, I think Izzy comes as well.
Okay. Parker tries to hit the button before Darlene can get in, but she's small. She squeezes in before the
Yeah.
doors close.
So, you all arrive in Nashville.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, we're close.
Ish.
We'll take a
It's about
train.
it's about like 10 at night.
There's still trains, right? Still trains running.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll risk it.
There's
Can I
some-
roll
there's some
luck
like- there's
to
some like-
see?
There's some like midnight trains.
Yeah.
Can I
Especially in a big city like
Yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah,
Sure,
the
sure.
capital.
I'm about to say, if not, can I roll luck to see if there's one?
Yeah, I think you guys.
I actually don't think the capital was
cool.
Nashville in 1920.
Really? Was it? No, Franklin wasn't a... No, never mind.
So, after a 2-hour train ride, you arrive in Knoxville. I do need you to roll a luck to see if you can get a cab.
What's your luck?
Darlene's luck is hella high, so
You don't
Darlene
do that.
can...
Darlene hails
My luck's actually
Yeah.
fairly high for the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Steps out onto the street, pulls the skirt leg up.
I have a solid 60.
Cartoon style.
Cab. 3 of them pull up all at once.
Yeah, that's hella
Yeah, 3 of them
ass.
pull up all at once.
Yeah. Just pulls out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
My lady! Ma'am, over here!
Bo's first one in.
Okay. Where are you going?
Insert address.
Insert address. All right. So after the travel montage,
I guess they would say Pemberton Farm.
Yeah.
I guess they know
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah. Knoxville, Pemberton Farm.
Yeah.
Plantation.
Yeah.
After the travel montage, you all arrive at the
Rockin'
plantation.
suburb.
What is it? Midnight Train or whatever from JoJo?
Oh,
No, what is it? What is
Long
it?
Way Home.
Long Way Home. Thank you. Sorry, Brian. I know how you feel about JoJo references and your campaigns.
Nashville was the capital by 1843.
Gotcha.
So-
Cool. Nice to know.
when you arrive, stepping out of the cab, almost immediately you feel something that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Not necessarily anything to do with Annabeth or any of the mental, but more of a natural,
Something feels off.
a wariness to the unnatural.
I want to try to mental message Benny.
All right, Benny, you hear a voice in your head. Then you realize it's Bo.
I'm gonna say we're at we're home. Are you hearing?
Sorry, I have it in my mouth.
I waited for you to eat, then I said it.
I'm going to like double check the house.
Yeah.
See if everything looks clean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like open the door and like peek my head out.
Yeah.
Like check for him.
Does he look like his father still?
I don't know how long it lasts.
It lasts until you turn it off.
So I do.
I would recognize it.
Yeah.
Yes, you see Leviticus Pemberton looking out
So
the door.
I'm gonna walk in and say,
who you've probably never been on good terms with.
no, I'm gonna walk up and say, Mr. Pemberton, have you seen your son around?
Bo, it's me.
Yes, I know.
I recognize you, Mr. Pemberton. I'm looking for Benny, for Benedict. I'm sorry.
I'm going to cancel the consume likeness spell.
All right, roll for sanity.
It takes 10 seconds.
Takes 10
It
seconds.
takes 1d3 minutes
Yes.
to activate.
Yes.
But 10 seconds.
So within the span of 10 seconds, you see the wrinkles on Leviticus Pemberton's face stretch out and become smooth skin. You see the haggard face of an old man become a younger face. You see the facial structure, the bones beneath, shifting and becoming Benny.
I want to look at the group and say, can you give us a moment, like open the door and like push Benny back and shut the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew the details of the spell necessarily.
Yeah. Darlene in the corner. Just. Never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, so
No, I feel like Darlene and Izzy are just gonna be taking on the most wild
Yeah.
ride. It's like, no, you guys are already like deep into the what the fuck.
Literally, as he's changing, she's just like reaches over and grabs whoever's closest to her. It's just like. What was that?
Minor freak out in the background. Just
Izzy and Darlene are just like.
actually, I think there is a sanity loss penalty for witnessing that. So thank you for reminding.
while you're
Damn
looking
it!
at that,
You guys go
what
ahead.
what the fuck is going on?
I may have done a thing.
Damn
I've done a thing.
I'm fully aware that like I'm probably sending a psychic message out to Parker in like my confusion.
Parker's
what
listening.
did you do?
So I came to see Dad and
Yeah, that's
we got
that's
into
awfully
a
weird.
Oh, you are permanently down 5 power.
oh shit, that's right.
Also, did you have 10 magic points total, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you could actually cast the spell. So your magic points are already back, but that 5 power is
But
gone.
I can increase
You can
it.
increase it, but it's gone for now.
No. Well, so I came to talk to Dad, and because I thought he may have had a lead on the Illuminati, and we got into a little tiff because, of course, we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have used my magic to tell him to kill himself, and then I'm still trying to recover that, but I may have eaten him.
Well, with the first one, you know, honestly, I probably am not shocked by it. It was a rough time growing up here. Now for the second one, what?
He pissed me off.
So you ate him?
He told me.
Yeah, Parker, if he is actually hearing this, he's going, damn.
He told me that I would be doing him a favor if I killed him. So I gave him my gun and I told him to shoot himself, and he did.
I'm with you on that
And then
part.
I tried to get his likeness, his identity, and I went into a trance. And when I got out of the trance, I felt full and my mouth was wet.
Did you have dinner?
I don't know.
He said, "Oh yeah."
I honestly do
I
not
could
know.
have eaten a grown man.
I think
hungry. I could eat a
I
whole
think-
ass man.
Wait, show him. Oh no, you buried him. Never mind. Never mind.
I think I may
Or
need
not. I
help.
kind of don't want to.
Yeah. Is this a skeleton or is this like still a
Well-
body?
Did you search anything around here to see if for any tie-ins he may not have talked about?
No, I've been busy.
Eating.
No, I've been busy cleaning the house because there was blood everywhere.
Well, what are you looking for? And you go outside, sit down, and I'll go up and like kind of like cringe at saying it, but go into his room.
Dad, I may need to sit down. I'm gonna go outside
Uh-huh.
in the chair that I never sat in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in that chair
Okay.
not
and
Leviticus'
just
chair.
rock back and forth.
Yeah.
And I want to go
At
up
your
his-
eyes, they keep just drifting back to the mostly concealed blood stain on the floor. Just every few moments you glance back, it's still there. It all happened.
Well,
I want to go up to Dad's room.
Okay.
Look at him.
Alright. So what are you looking for? You're just gonna search the place?
No, I'm looking for anything that would tie in with I guess the Illuminati.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a spot hidden.
Yeah. I'm gonna send that video. That's what we usually use it for.
Alright.
sitting outside with the girls and Benny.
Yeah. Watching Benny just rock back and
back.
forth. Eyes twitching.
64.
It's just a normal.
Normal success. All right. So while searching through things, you find a series of letters, correspondence. This is like you have to search through his like files, and you look back through these, and you're not really sure because he never says, "Hey, Illuminati, sup."
I didn't know there was like any weird things.
Yeah,
Like weird
yeah.
coded things or.
You don't really find anything weird or coded, but you do find a strange correspondence from be about what 5 or a little over 5 years ago, where Leviticus seemed to be arranging a deal with someone. They are never named in the letter. But you are essentially, this is the receiving end of the letter, you know, the response.
Mm-hmm.
So you only have one half of the conversation, but essentially it's talking about arranging a payment. The person at one point actually mentions Yubo.
Damn.
No, not in that way.
Okay, I was about to be like, holy fuck.
I know what happened.
Yeah.
Mentions you, essentially asking if Leviticus wants the same exemption
Yeah.
for you, and
Fuck no, baby.
Yeah.
yeah.
Take that boy. He's filling my
After
kid's
after reading
head
through
with
all these
nonsense.
letters, it becomes apparent to you that this is where Leviticus, essentially, having done dealings with someone who may have been Illuminati, bought Benny's way out of the draft, and pretty much expressly didn't for you.
That's not shocking.
That bitch.
Not shocking.
That prick. He said that boy's filling my
is there-
kid's head with
that all fine?
nonsense. Like free
Can
will.
I like take them down?
You wanted the letters?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take those if you want.
Is there any like? Do I pass by any pictures of that on the wall?
Oh yeah.
Break every one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just knock him down as
It's
he
like-
pass. Go, fuck you, old man.
just-
My house now, bitch.
No, I want to go there and expressly fucking just like
Bash him all,
smash.
smash.
Okay, yeah. So you smash them.
Bow smash.
You probably cut your hand.
Probably.
But you know, fuck
It's
it.
left hand, so we're all solid.
Yeah.
I punch it with my right hand.
Perhaps even having flashbacks to your time in the Great War, as you realize that for probably less than this man makes in a year, you could have had so much of your life back.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. You make your way downstairs. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think so.
All right. So,
Actually, I want to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
Because he talked a lot about eating. I know he cleaned it, but I don't know he cleaned it. So I'm going to go to the kitchen.
okay.
Like
yeah,
the dining
you
room,
go-
the kitchen
You
area.
go to the kitchen. Do you want to, like, look around and see if you can spot any
Yeah.
signs of anything?
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
All right. So, go ahead and roll. You had about a day to clean. A little bit less. Probably more like...
An entire like afternoon.
Yeah.
We also
evening.
he spent 4 hours in the shower, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So, go ahead and roll.
That's a success.
Okay. So, underneath the table, partially concealed because of the rug, is a single finger.
Bone or finger?
Finger.
Wow, that's not good. You didn't finish your meal, baby.
I just
What the
wanna,
fuck?
I don't want to dispose it in the trash. I know it's gonna be weird, but I put it in my pocket.
Okay. Would you like to examine it?
Sure.
Okay.
Is there a ring on it?
So, this is going to be another spot hidden, essentially, because you're looking finer details. There's nothing aside from... There's no, like, investigation, sadly.
Yeah.
Which just kills me every time.
Yeah. Like I said, we need straight just write it down at the bottom, be like investigation.
What is that?
61.
I mean, yeah. Nice.
That is a pass.
Yep.
All right. So you can
3
see
checks.
you can see the part of the bone that's exposed seems to have been gnawed.
Yikes.
Didn't get the spell right, apparently.
Or you did and just sort of lost yourself to it.
Yeah. Got a little carried away.
Is there any animals on this plantation?
Are there pigs?
Like,
Tobacco.
as in,
Yeah,
as in
there are
dogs.
Oh, sorry,
No,
there's
I'm not-
pigs straight, just
Yeah,
throw that
I'm not
bitch to
saying like I'm
pigs.
not talking about like cows or anything like.
Yeah, I'd say that there's probably pigs at some point, or not some point, but some place on this plantation.
Pigs will eat anything. People do that shit all the time. Feed the body to pigs. Come on.
Yeah, I want to make a nice stroll out.
It's probably the whole reason he had pigs. Let's be honest here.
Yikes.
Yeah, I want to make a nice stroll out to them
Okay, you do.
and just like
Yeah.
Toss it.
I will just keep that in there.
One
All
of the
chromed
pigs
down.
turns it.
I was about to say it. Consume likeness. The pig, just Leviticus. I always knew he was a fucking pig.
Kill me! Yeah, I'm gonna just like
Okay, yeah.
Throw it in the
You throw it
front.
out. You see a couple of them just like,
Run for it.
yeah,
like-
run for it and just start fighting,
Yeah.
making that horrendous pig squealing
Yeah.
noise that I definitely
Is
can't.
Bo
try
gonna
and
have a
make.
badass lawn insulting?
all I was trying to think of right
Yeah,
now. That's
come on.
I was sitting there just like
Come on. Think of something. Badass lawn.
I got put on spot.
L'Esprit is happening right now.
I got put on spot.
On your way
It's
home,
okay.
you're gonna have a cool ass line.
I
You're
know.
really
I'm gonna be
mad
so
about it.
fucking mad, bro. Let me come over. We'll edit it in. We'll come back to it. We're gonna. Benny's on the front porch. That was our dog's loud.
So, is there anything else that anyone wants to do?
Bo's still at the pigs.
Bo is still the pigs.
Well,
About to
Trying
throw
to
the
think.
finger. You haven't
Yeah,
done. Yeah.
he's thinking.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck. What's a cool?
What am I
What's a
gonna throw?
badass line? To
So
throw?
I do a shitty line.
well,
back and
Parker.
Throw it again. Start smacking the pigs away from it so you can get it and rethrow
Well,
it.
Parker. Welcome to the family estate.
Nice place.
Yep, have a lot of childhood memories here.
You don't seem very enthused.
Yeah. Mom died when I was a kid.
Oh boy.
Dad raised me to eventually take over the farm at some point. And that's all he cared about. Didn't care about me being a kid. Just wanted me to take his place.
And oh boy, did you.
Oh yeah, you sure did. You took his place literally.
But that problem's been taken care of now.
kind of slowly nod. I see.
On the plus side, I am now the inheritor of this estate. But on the negative side, apparently we are broke.
Why don't you sell?
Less
the
broke.
place?
You are somewhat broke. We'll
Somewhat.
get into that later.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Next session, we'll go over finances.
Why don't you sell the place?
I don't think I can do that. Well, because I'm going to point out to, like, the oak tree.
Oh, thanks.
Grandpa, Mom, Dad, they're all buried over there. It's been in our family for quite a few years now. Grandpa fought a war to protect it. But if you wanted to stay here tonight, since I know the alternative is a 2-hour train ride back to Nashville, we probably have the rooms, and we can, you guys can head out tomorrow. Probably have to stay and figure something out when it comes to the estate. I'm gonna go see Dr. Gray because I'm not really feeling like myself right now.
Found a
Just
little-
keep coming.
Yeah, you found a little Leviticus. Found a little old there, bud.
Did you happen to bring moonshine on you, by the way?
Always.
Because I would really like that.
Reaching into the coat. Always got it. He's gonna go up. Unknowingly sit down in the same chair
Yeah.
where Leviticus shot himself.
Oh boy. Yeah. When you sit back, you kind of like lean back a little bit and just glance over, and you're pretty sure you can see something white. Because there's like a window behind the.
The chair.
Yeah, behind the chair. You can see something white. There's essentially like a smear running down the window, and at the bottom where this thing has slid down and come to a rest is a small white lump. You can also see a hole in the side panel of the window, like the what's it called? The
Pane? Or not the pane, the
Paneling.
The paneling, or the thing that you can...
The shutters.
The shutters, yeah, the shutters. You can see a hole, a very familiar hole. You've seen bullet holes before.
Is that bone?
You're pretty sure it's
Or
brain.
brain?
Pretty
Yeah.
sure it's brain.
Interesting.
He cleaned up, but he did miss a few
Yes.
spots.
Whatever. We've all been there. It's okay, whatever. Brains, they're gross.
I'm gonna take a long swig of moonshine.
Yeah. And as you're taking the swig, it almost strikes you that you wish you had something more effective than alcohol.
You need something else?
Don't think you have any opium on you now, do you?
Bitch, I might.
But just like a huge.
Oh yeah. It goes down. It goes down like drinking gasoline that's already, lit on fire, and
We haven't invented artificial flavoring for this shit yet.
yeah. It tastes awful, but it kicks.
It'll get the job done.
Yeah.
All right. He watches that happen, just deadpan. Doesn't even react as he watches him chug it, and then reaches in and hands him another.
100%.
Yeah.
Just
So Benny gets blackout drunk for the second time
In a row.
in a row.
yeah.
Man, it's been a rough month for Benny,
Yes.
and it's not getting better.
Not getting better. Not with my.
Let's hope he doesn't throw up though. That could be
God.
awkward.
Not with my 21 and.
Wakes up naked on the steps, halfway up.
It's like, is that an eyeball?
Oh,
But
yeah.
we good to call it here.
That
think
puke
so.
is
I still got my
suspiciously
line.
red.
Oh yeah. Did you
yeah.
get it? Did
Oh,
you
yeah,
get the
I did.
line?
I got it. So I got to flick it, and I'm like, well, Mr. Pemberton, I guess your finances couldn't save you from this one.
Nice. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
And with the pigs where you belong.
Yeah.
Living in squalor.
Finally, with your kind.
Yeah.
Hello there, friends. It's Benedict Pemberton. Hope you liked the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. And I hope to see you soon.